Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we are live. Let's get it. Wow. Get in here, everybody, get in here. Get in here, everybody, get in here. It's time for a legendary show. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. It is time for a legendary show. Let's get the tea, baby. 'Cause I'm the best. It's time. You know what time it is to deposit your check. Give me the money, the cars, the Fendi, the Gucci, the Prada, yes I know. It's the way that I walk, the way that I talk, turn the hands everywhere I go. All of my drip hit high notes, booty doing circles like vinyls. Broke niggas stand to the side though. Wow, 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 wow. With me. I need a shopping spree, that black card energy, that's that big flex for me. I need a shopping spree, that black card energy, that's that big flex for me. Deposit your check. Okay, listen, it is going, listen, it has went down, baby. It has went down. It has went down in a way that I told you that it would. One day. I like those real things. I like that bling. Wow, wow, wow. Deposit your check. Wow. If you want to flex. Wow. 'Cause I'm the best. Wow, wow, wow. Deposit your check. If you want to flex. Wow. I'm the best. Okay, hold on. When are you guys, before we even get started, okay? Are y'all ready to stop playing in my face? Barbs! Girls in the back! Girls on the side! Are you ready to stop playing in my face? Girl, I am the king of this. It's nobody on the internet, top or bottom, high or low. They're not doing it like me. You girls are not tapped in. You girls don't know. This is why the girls fool with me, even if they don't like me, because I be knowing the things that y'all just don't, y'all faves just don't get. They just don't have that it. It's a lot of girls that get online and rant and rave and look stupid. They just don't have it. Don't matter how much money you got or how much Balenciaga you wear, you still look stupid. And after all of that surgery, you're still fat. That is what gets me. No, but seriously. Girl, it's a lot of tea. It's a lot of tea. Well, we have to get into some things. We're getting into some things today. And, you know, I have a little Don Julio and a little Red Bull. And I just came on here to, you know, because we have a lot to get into. We really have a lot to get into, okay? But let me go ahead and make sure that this chat is the right way, so everything is set up in a way that it needs to be done, so that we could make sure that we have a great show. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Shout out to all the super chats coming in. We have to get through the show. But before we get into that, I want to first talk about Cardi B and Tasha K. Okay, so it's pretty much over for Tasha K at this point. Cardi B is set to seize blogger Tasha K's YouTube revenue. Yes, child. Okay, so remember Tasha K had moved all the money to Africa and several different African men's account. Well, apparently, and then she came back and she was laughing about having only $1,083, and apparently she went to try to donate that $1,083 to Nicki Minaj tickets or something stupid like this. Even though Nicki Minaj couldn't even give her the tickets or give her the money or give her the free concert tickets, but they supposed to be homegirls. Either way, and you doing a whole raffle with Nicki Minaj's likeness, and girl, you happen to still pay for the tickets out of your own pocket. But anywho, now the judge has told Tasha K that, listen, you need to either put that $4 million up in bond, like pay it into the court, or Cardi B is going to automatically start taking your coins. Okay, Cardi B has not only made moves to garnish the bank account of blogger who owes her $3 million, but is attempting to seize any profits from the woman's YouTube videos online. Radar Online has learned. Okay, so Tasha K, it's really not looking good for Tasha K right now, because she's trying to play a dirty game. And Cardi B is like, we're going to come collect that money. And so now, and Tasha K, if you notice, she's been trying to ease back on YouTube just because, excuse me. While the money is probably better for her on her app, it's just a certain excitement and a certain thrill that you just don't get when you're on your own private app that you would get on YouTube. So, if you're a true creator and you truly love what you do, the money just won't drive you all the time. You'll actually, sometimes want to get online and get the energy from YouTube. And so she's still making videos and content on YouTube. But unfortunately, Tasha K's revenue will start depleting, and Cardi B will start to garnish her wages, her YouTube wages. Tasha K at this point should now name her YouTube channel Unwind with Cardi B, because now you officially, Tasha K, you now officially work for Cardi B. And listen, all them people gassed you up and made you think that you was just doing what you need to do, and now you looking stupid. Could you imagine that? I would never let nobody gas me up until getting no lawsuit. Now, a lot of girls are dumb. A lot of people are stupid. You know what I mean? Like out here, and I think Tasha K was one of them idiots. People look at Tasha K, and there's a lot of YouTubers that are stupid too. They think, oh, a lawsuit, but that's because this is the thing. There's a lot of people that aren't going anywhere, and there's a lot of people that feel as though, they're desperate for fame, attention, notoriety, viral moments, clout. Honestly, they're desperate to be a public figure. They're desperate for fame. They're desperate for attention. And so they will do things at any means necessary for that. And some people see Tasha K as a means to get instant fame. A lawsuit, okay, great. You get sued, you get all these publications, you get your name and all these write-ups and Billboard and Radar Online, TMZ. People want the fame. It's so crazy. People want that kind of fame. They don't even care at what price, okay? And so a lot of people are thinking that Tasha K has won because she is famous now, but she's infamous for losing a defamation case and now owing $4 million. So anytime we bring up Tasha K now, we're laughing at her because we're trying to figure out what she's now doing with the money. Okay, I haven't seen Tasha K get any television deals. I haven't seen any A-list celebrities come on Tasha K's show. She hasn't had any major mainstream brand deals, any walk-on roles. I haven't seen any television shows, any commercials, any movies. So to me, this is not a win. To me, this is the fool. And anybody that thinks that, oh, I want to be sued because that is the fast pass to fame and notoriety and success, you're retarded. And your mom should have loved you a little bit more as a child, because you wouldn't be seeking validation at such a low vibration. That's just what it is. You would not be seeking validation at such low vibration. Okay. So that's that. But we got to get to our main topic of the day, because we have a lot to get into. We have a lot to talk about. Okay. Nicki Minaj and Latto, they go head to head. Okay. Mind you, I'm at the Danny Lay. Are y'all ready? Because, okay, before we get into this, there's a lot of receipts here. There's a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk first. We're going to lay the receipts out. I do have a little bit of a video presentation. I'll get to the super chats too. I do have a little bit of a video presentation I want you guys to watch. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts and my feelings throughout this whole process. Okay? I'm going to give you guys what I think. Now, I'm at the Danny Lay concert. Shout out to Echo. They invited me there to go take a look at some artists and meet some people backstage. You know, I met Dreezy backstage. I met Danny Lay. I met some independent artists. It was great. So shout out to them. But as all this is going on, the internet is erupting with fire and flames and shade and all kind of stuff, all kind of beef, okay? And like I told you guys before, you guys never believe me. You guys always say that I'm reaching. And I tell you guys this every single time. I told you guys this about Lotto, Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, and when it hits the fan, you guys finally decide that you guys are going to listen to me. And oh, now we see it, now we see it. But listen, just listen to me the first time, child, and stop trying to prove me wrong. A lot of you guys have this thing where you guys stay trying to prove me wrong. I don't mind being wrong, okay? I don't mind being wrong at all. But when I'm right, I'm right. And just let me have that, okay? You guys be trying to prove me wrong so many times. Just shut up and listen. It'll happen. I'm going to paint the picture for you. And this is why, here's the thing. This is why I feel like Nicki still fool with me, even though she don't like me, because a lot of her fans are idiots and they don't listen. And she's been trying to tell you for years to listen. But I'm going to break it down for y'all a little bit later, because I'm leaning like, I think I'm a little bit team Nicki on this, just a little bit. But I'm going to go through the receipts with y'all. I'm going to listen to the video and we're going to get into some things. It's no shade. I'm going to give you guys my insight. Okay. But before we get into that, so this is how it started. Now, I'm not going to put up the Instagram live, but we're going to talk about it. So, okay, Nicki Minaj was talking about the Grammy nominations, okay? So Nicki Minaj pretty much was talking about Super Freaky Girl being moved out of the Grammy nominated, being moved from the rap category to a pop category, okay? So that is what kicked that off. And she felt like if Super Freaky Girl is going to be moved from a pop category, moved from a rap category to a pop category, then so should Big Energy. So this is what Billboard says. Despite its 8-week run at the top of Billboard's rap songs chart, Super Freaky Girl was deemed too pop for the Grammys rap category. I said, I'm interested to see who will be in the rap category. If Lotto's Big Energy is nominated in rap category, so should Super Freaky Girl. Those are both pop records to me, or they're both pop rap records. Now, someone has showed me that Nicki uploaded her song as pop rap, but it's pop and it's rap. So, pick a category. I think it could still go on rap. It's still rap, but it's like pop rap, but it's rap. Big Energy Lotto is still is rap too. Okay? But that still won a hip hop award. Like Song of the Year or something crazy like that at the Hip Hop Awards. All right? And you see that at the top right there, Nicki Minaj, within 40 seconds of me posting that, she reposted that on her page, on her Twitter. Nicki Minaj, unblock me at this point. Unblock me at this point. Unblock me, girl, at this point. But, thank you for the repost. We like the engagement, okay? A lot of these girls could never and will never. So we're here. So she took what I said and she reposted it because I agreed with Nicki Minaj, okay? And this is what she said. I have no problem being moved out of the rap category as long as we are all being treated fairly. If Super Freaky Girl has to be moved out rap, then so does Big Energy. Anyone who says differently is simply a hater or a troll. I'd actually love to see a more street record win, male or female. I'm just saying, right is right. And I said, I agree with her because I do. Okay. I personally feel as though Super Freaky Girl and Big Energy is pretty much one and the same type of records. And honestly, Super Freaky Girl went #1. Maybe Big Energy was a bigger radio record. I'm not sure, but I think that either one of them should be in the category. If one of them is in the category, they both should be in the category. Nicki Minaj then started talking about the idea that they move her into pop categories, because then she ends up going against, the white girls, the pop girls. And everybody knows at the Grammys, it's really hard for a black artist to win in pop categories against white women and white men, especially a female rapper. Okay. And so you got Nicki Minaj going up against Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish or Selena Gomez or whatever new white chick is out, or hell, whatever Korean group is out at the time. It's just not going to work. This is no different than what they used to do to Doja Cat, and they used to have Doja Cat in all the R&B categories instead of putting in the hip hop categories, instead of putting Doja Cat in the pop categories where she belonged. But that's because Doja Cat wouldn't win in those categories. It's easier for Doja Cat to win in the urban categories. Remember I was telling you guys that? Nicki Minaj pretty much said the same thing. Let's move her out of a rap category. Keep Latto in the rap category. Let Latto win the Grammy. Nicki Minaj doesn't win another Grammy because now she's got to go up against Adele and Ed Sheeran and Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift. I think that's BS. I think that's BS. Okay, so I definitely call BS on that. I think that Big Energy definitely needs to be in the same place, and I think that people are focused in on more on Nicki and Latto. People saying that she's a hater, but I think it's more of like, girl, no, this is another girl. She thinks she's on my level. Put her against me in the right category. She's been running around talking about, we're all on the same level. She's only sold 20,000 copies. Put her, don't have her in no situation where she can win a Grammy over me. Meanwhile, I'm fighting up against these girls that's been in the game that got tenure for years, and they white. Put this girl against this white girls too. We all gonna be against the white girls. Don't just put me up against the white girls and you put this girl over here and then all of a sudden she got a Grammy because she got a Mariah Carey record. BS. Stop playing with me. So I understand it. She think that we all like this. We equals. Well, she need to be in the same category as me. Now, Latto didn't like that. Okay, Latto did not like that. Now we knew that it was some tea brewing, but we didn't know all the tea that was going on behind the scenes. Okay, so then Latto ended up responding. Okay, so Latto ends up responding and says, "Damn, I can't win for losing all these awards and nominations. I can't even celebrate." So that was to Nicki Minaj. Okay. Hold on, let me see. So that was to Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj, she wasn't having that. And so this is when the Twitter tea began. Let's get into it. So that's Latto's first tweet. Then we go, Nicki Minaj. This is what she responds. This Karen has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews. Says she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on bangs, pink hair, but today Scratch Off decides to be silent rather than speak up for black women she called her biggest inspiration. And this is the message that Latto wrote her. I agree with you. However, because of where we left off, I don't think you need to bring my name and song to prove your point. We will find out where they left off later on in the audio that was leaked. I just want you guys to follow the story. Okay. So this is before we all got to the tea of the audio. Okay. Latto eventually leaked some audio, and that's pretty much where they left off. But we didn't know that there was audio. So this is Latto telling her basically, hey, I agree with you, but I told you I'm not really fooling with you publicly. I'm not saying nothing about you because I feel like we're not really cool like that in the way we left off. Okay. So boom. So then here we go here. Nicki Minaj Latto responds, first of all, I text you because I didn't want to do the internet-ish with someone I looked up to. Just like the first time I DM'd you asking you about your ongoing subtweets. So Lotto that was a text that Lotto sent Nicki Minaj, okay? And so she was like, I wanted to speak up because like I said, I do agree. But the way you going about it seems malicious, especially after how we left off. Okay? You got to follow me. And so then here we go. Lotto says, I've ignored countless subtweets since March and instead addressed you in the DM. You're asking why I didn't speak up in your defense. It's the same answer I gave you when you asked why I didn't congratulate you. You're literally older than my mom trying to be a bully. Okay? Nicki Minaj says, all this time, I thought you was 35. Oh, this lady's a cackle. All this time, that's what her response is. All this time, I thought you was 35. Okay? Okay, and then Lotto goes back and says, the most recent subtweet in question. Now, mind you, this is where I don't even have to go through all these subtweets. If you watch my show faithfully, we've seen all these subtweets. If you've been watching, I've been posting these all over my Instagram. I've been doing all this. But I want to say this here too, though. Let's be very clear. Lotto, you were subbing too. So the It's Giving Coke, that was on purpose. This is more than luck, duck, all of that was to Nicki Minaj. You were subbing her too. So let's not act like you wasn't subbing her back, because you were. Okay? We're going to get into that though. Okay. The most recent subtweet in question, but I'm finna start from the beginning. 40-year-old bully. Okay, this is when she said, unfollow, Barb, I just said stop putting that dud on my timeline. I know you're defending me, but leave that dud on TikTok. Let me think. I thought this was towards Corey LeRae. I didn't think this was about Lotto. Okay. Now, Nicki Minaj says it was an actual person on TikTok, a creator, not even an artist. I'm sure the Barbs have receipts. It goes to show she made up these subtweets in her head simply because she sent me 2 songs I declined to do features on. They all do this. See the next tweet. Okay. We just going through the stuff here. Age shaming. And when you look like you're the one pushing 40, no shade. Age shaming, but was begging for features. Imagine what them jeans gonna do in 10 years. Oh, so you in your 20s. Oh, okay then. At least it matched your album sales. You sold 20K, right? Mad you flopped? That's why you really mad. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's why you're really mad, Nicki Minaj says. Okay, let's get the tea. Hold on. We got to go here next. Wait, are we all the way up there yet? Hold on. Okay, yeah. So then she says, who want to hear reference tracks off of Ghost Riders rapping her bars? She used me in the Barbs in every interview until that album sold double wood. Now she's wiping the spray tan off being a Karen. They black one is beneficial, child. Okay. Lotto says, okay, first. This is from when I teased Big Energy remix. You didn't deny subtweeting me over the phone. I'm confused. Peep, not again, because she thinks I was using her fans for simply teasing my wheelie feature and then the B remix feature. I don't remember this all the way, but I do believe that people were getting frustrated with Latto because that she was making it seem like she either had Nicki Minaj or Cardi B on the record, and people was getting tired of her, and they felt like she kept doing that. You know what I mean? She kept doing like little stuff like she had them on the record. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Now, Nicki says, now pay attention to every DM from Scratch Off is about a feature. I was kind every time, but Scratch Off feels she has pull behind the scenes with a few different white men. Won't name right now. Now look at my next tweet to see the very next messages she sent me after I declined 3 features. Okay, let's get into it. Hey, I wanted to reach back out. I know you said you wanted to do a song that was kind of growing on its own. I have this song Big Energy that's #1 on rhythmic and urban radio. Last week was number 42 on Billboard. I don't know if you hear yourself on it or not, but wanted to see what your thoughts were, maybe on a remix. Okay. Let me see. Let me get this other one too, because I don't remember exactly this order. Okay, I've got you. Give me your feedback. Okay, you want me to listen to something? Hey, mama, I think you came off on the song, but I don't hear myself on it. Are you working on an album or just working on the next single? I respect it. Next album. Is there a specific direction you want to go? Nicki Minaj says, maybe not a real explicit record, but the other thing is the song does better when I get on it after it's already making a cultural impact. So whatever you love and really believe in, if it takes off organically, that may be a bigger moment. I'm working on my album right now. Anyway, so I'm in that little crunch time phase, but I think we'll both know when it makes sense. Even as you finish the album, you may come across something you feel fits me more. Either way, it'll work itself out. Okay? Bet I got you. Thanks. So I'm assuming after this, that's when she asked her about the Big Energy. And Nicki Minaj pretty much didn't want to get on the Big Energy record either. And she doesn't have to. She does not have to get on the record. She didn't want to do it. She didn't get on the record. Okay. So the Big Energy record never came out with Nicki Minaj on it. Okay. So then Lotto says, now all of a sudden you've seen all the love I showed you, but chose to respond to a clip taking out of context, literally fishing for a reason to back up and being a bully. Okay, so the clip she's talking about is when she went on, Lotto sat down and did an interview with the blogger. And with that blogger, she pretty much said, that her and Nicki Minaj and the other female rappers are pretty much on the same wavelength, and it's been Nicki for so long, and now it's other girls in the space, and Nicki felt like, girl, why are you feeling yourself? You've got a #3 record, okay? You got a one little song. Don't compare yourself to me. You're already feeling yourself. And this is after Nicki did not want to get on the Big Energy record. Now, I have to say this. Lotto's been feeling some type of way about their Big Energy record. I remember not too long ago, she was talking about an artist had told her that she was in the studio or working with a producer, and the producer and the artist told the producer, why you working with that little girl? And I don't know if it's Dr. Luke or whatever, because they both are working. Dr. Luke produced Nicki Minaj's record and Lotto's. So, and Lotto said she never said anything. Okay, so and then Lotto was talking about, how people didn't want to get on that record and how people didn't really care about Big Energy. And she was like, I bet they feel dumb as hell now. So I think that she's talking about Nicki Minaj because she was mad that Nicki Minaj did not get on the feature. Do y'all remember when she was talking about, let me see if I can find that on Twitter real quick. She said something along the lines of, people not supporting Big Energy or people not really caring about Big Energy, and she feels now they probably feel dumb as hell now. That's what she said. And now it's feeling like because Nicki didn't get on that record, and now it's a big record, and now that's Latto's biggest record, and it's also a record. It's Latto's biggest record that's now getting her nominated everywhere. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me see if I could see it. Let me see if I can find that real quick. What does she say? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. If I can't find it, then I'm gonna move it. Then I'm gonna move on. Big Energy Song of the Year. Thank you, BT. She's feeling herself with thank you for giving my flowers. I'm forever grateful. She's really, now go watch the encore of the Hip Hop Awards. She's really flexing this Big Energy thing, okay? It's giving Coke. Hold on, let me show y'all so y'all can get the tea. This is what she's giving right now. You just got to get the energy now of what she was giving during this time. It's giving Coke. This is when it was giving Coke and all of that. This is the Big Energy flex.
Motherfucking year, 2 times platinum in Canada, by the way. As I'm finna hit this arena in Toronto to fuck with her. Big Energy Song of the motherfucking year, 2 times platinum in Canada, by the way. As I'm finna hit this arena in Toronto to fuck with her.
So now I know where that energy coming from. You feel some type of way that Nicki didn't give you that feature and you feel like she was subbing you. Okay? So that's the whole thing. Nicki passed on Get Big Energy and you've been feeling away since. Okay? We're gonna get into some things. I'm trying to see where she said that somebody feel dumb as hell. All they doing is talking down because they can't get up with me. If you mad now, I feel bad for you. I'm just getting started. What's your favorite song by me? I'm telling y'all have to see Lizzo's show. Okay, boom. Okay, I don't see it on here. Oh, 3 AMA's nominations. Okay, I don't see it here, but there was a tweet that she had posted not too long ago in regards to that. I seen it. But anyway, let's carry on with the topics. Okay. Where we at? Let me carry on with the topics, child. Because it's a lot of slides on here. It's a lot of slides. We got a lot of topics. So y'all to just bear with me. Because now I'm putting all the pieces together. She was feeling some type of way. She was throwing shots and busting shade too. Okay. Okay, which one is this? Okay, no, we don't need that one. Oh, wait, do we need that one? Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, dang, I'm really behind. How did I get that far behind? Hold on, y'all. All my stuff got mixed up. 2, 3. Okay, boom. Okay, so I'm on 20. Okay, so boom. So Nicki goes, look at how this Karen makes up fake beef in passive-aggressive attempt to show frustration about me politely declining 3 feature requests. Scratch Off is just as entitled Karen who blames others for her album flopping. Better stop it, Scratch Off. This is where she said, what's up? I've been showing you nothing but the utmost respect, genuine love as a fan, and someone who looked up to you. Hate that you're allowing people to convince you otherwise, okay? You know what I mean? And then she says, this lady is so malicious with her shade, so she can twist it later and act like it wasn't about you. I can't stand that ish, okay? So that is where she was talking about, where she went on that interview with the blogger. This is her going on the interview with the blogger. And then Nicki Minaj went on Queen Radio and pretty much said, listen, do not compare yourself to me. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you don't just think that you just get a feature right away with me. Like, I can't just go to Wayne and just these people and just think that I need a feature. Like, like I'm not entitled to, these people are not entitled to just get a record with me. Like, and I think that Nicki Minaj feels used because these girls feel like, okay, you got a little bit of buzz, you got some followers, you have a social media thing, you're doing some festivals, you got signed. So all of a sudden now you're entitled to a Nicki Minaj feature. But Nicki Minaj is like, girl, you're not even selling any records. What does it do for me? This needs to be a give and take situation. And when she says no, these girls start to feel some type of way. Okay, that's what it's giving me. And so she feels like these girls are not willing to pay their dues long enough, right? Or, to earn the feature from her is what that's giving me. Okay, which I understand. So this is some more of the tweet. What's up? I'm showing you nothing but love. Da, da, da. I read you guys this already. And then Nicki Minaj says, hey, before I respond to this, what exactly are you talking about? So I can give you a clear response. I'm seeing this for the first time right now, by the way. And so here it says, most recently in the interview you DM'd Holland Media on Twitter about and your tweets that followed. It's clear they was about that. But I'm trying to figure out what happened, like what changed. I've shown you too much genuine love for what? She said, you've shown me too much genuine love for what? To be exempt from something? I could say the same thing, but would you or Bigfoot care? No. Bigfoot is, I'm assuming Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, so it's safe to say, in my opinion, Nicki Minaj cannot stand Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, so she said, I could say the same thing, but would you or Bigfoot care? No. It's clear it was about what? You talking in circles. Say what you said. Here's an example. Nicki, when you said ... it was clear you were talking about when I said ... That's how you have a real talk. Let's start at what you said. I don't talk in circles and I don't get questioned. We see everything. Now, this is interesting. Trust. It's clear as day. Did you think I got where I am by not peeping everything? Do you think I don't know every release scheduled at every record label? Did you think I don't? Now, mind you, I've always said Nicki Minaj knows everything that's going on. She be knowing it before it gets to us. I've said this 1,000 times. She's just confirming everything that I be saying. Okay, do you think I know everything? Do you think I don't know every release scheduled at every record label? Do you think I don't know how many things move up on the list as soon as I say I'm about to do something? Okay, well, if you like to actually talk, let me know. It would be probably better on the phone, though, because I don't like the back and forth texting. So many things get misconstrued. I'm assuming that's what she said next. Okay. What'd she say? And so many things get misconstrued. And I know people usually use text to spice up their group chats. There's actually a lot I think you should know. Lotto says, yes, I would like to talk to you over the phone too, because you bringing up other people, meaning Megan Thee Stallion, and releases that don't got nothing to do with me or what I'm talking about. Who's talking in circles? I referenced the tweets and my confusion where all this pressure is coming from. Again, I've showed you nothing but love, and I'm trying to have a real talk, not indirect subtweets. Straight up, I've ignored so much in hopes it wasn't what I thought it was from someone I looked up to. Okay? Now, I don't know when these tweets were or when or what these dates were, but this is the tea. So then she goes, with all that being said, This wasn't just about a Grammy category. You've been being funny, bringing me up to defend your case, knowing our last convo didn't end on a good terms. You literally told me I'm not flourishing. See, she feels some type of way. And no one cares about my little song. So all that, yeah, big energy song of the summer, that's her talking to Nicki. Yeah, number one. Yeah, I'm finna get in this arena. Like, she feel like, oh my, you didn't believe in my record. You didn't want to get on my song. And my song hit. You missed out. You feel stupid. She's mad she didn't get that feature. I wish I could find that tweet where she was like, oh, I bet you they feel stupid now. This is, to me, she feels some type of way about a feature, and she kept giving energy like, yeah. And every time Big Energy would do well, she would kind of like, And, rightfully so. I get it. Because I probably would be the same way. I'm not going to act like I wouldn't. But she had an energy for the fact that Nicki literally passed on that record. She passed on the record. Now, this is where it got crazy. And this is where she went there. And this is where she did what no other girl, no other female rapper would do. Been subbing. Super Freaky Grandma is married and related to a best. You ain't gonna bully me, B. My idol turned rival. Now you hate it. Wow. Okay. That's where she went there. Okay. Then she said, I'll die on this hill by myself. Everybody ain't lying on you. We see the pattern. Be effing for real or whatever. I don't know what that means. Okay. And then Nicki Minaj went and found that her dad is 60 and then her mom is 39. So they like, well, girl, what's the tea with that? You only 20 something. So what does that say about your dad? And Nicki Minaj was like, girl, you didn't give a dang about no rank when you was with, when you was fooling around with Kodak Black and when you wanted a feature, you wanted this, you wanted that. None of that stuff mattered. You try to use victims to pander. So it was just a whole mess, right? It was a whole mess. Now, before I give my thoughts on this, I want you guys, it's very important that we go back. We go back. And I want to watch this video. We're going to watch this video together. We're going to go back and we're going to watch this video here. We're going to watch this video because this video is very interesting. Okay? Now let's watch this video.
Gratitude. As you possibly can. And passion. But the one thing I believe you need to answer your question, baby, in order to go as far as you possibly can, right? Not because everyone judges success differently, right? But to go as far as you possibly can, to go as far as your bandwidth can carry, the one thing I believe you need that a lot of people don't take with them and carry it with them and keep it with them is something called gratitude. See? Gratitude. Hi, Albania. I love you. And the reason why gratitude is so important, when you are genuinely, yes, authenticity for sure. When you are genuinely grateful for the tiniest things people do for you, the universe just multiplies it and multiplies it and multiplies it. When you are faking gratitude or when you are faking love, you go but so far, right? And then you start either reach a plateau, like simmering down, because the thing is, everything goes in that pot of soup, right? And when you take the soup and you put it in the bowl, right? And you got your spoon to eat your soup, right? The gratitude is the people sitting there at the table with you, how that makes you feel and how that pushes you, and how, you know, laughing and good times and all of that. That's the equivalent. After you make your soup with the talent and the persistency and all that stuff, right? The gratitude is that one other thing that makes everybody else feel good, and they want to help you more, and they want to pitch in more, and this, that, and a third, right? And you have no idea, y'all. Some people be right there so close to their blessing, and because of...
That's important. This is important. This is important. And I'm only saying this, and people can call me a flip-flopper today, but you got to listen. Maybe you don't like the messenger, but listen. People, first of all, let's just be very clear. You don't have to like Nicki Minaj. You don't have to be a big fan of her. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge that you want a Nicki feature as an artist. If I was an artist, I would want a Nicki feature. Okay? And I would also understand that she probably, there's a certain level of, you know, you got to work for it because, you know, I'm Nicki Minaj. And I just don't, you think Beyonce giving out just features to everybody? She's not. So you might have to work for it. And every artist, every rapper that comes out wants a Nicki Minaj feature. She's probably going to drag and draw you out just to see how long. People will test you. People will test you to see, are you really here for me? Or are you here for how I can benefit you? What if I don't give you the feature this time? Are you going to be mad? Are you going to drag me? Are you going to stop showing me love? What if I don't give you the feature next year? What if I don't give you the feature 5 years from now? Like, sometimes people will do that. Now, at the same time, am I saying that that's right? Maybe Nicki was never going to give her a feature. Or maybe Nicki wanted to see if she was going to pop her on her own. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. But people will test you, though, sometimes to see, well, why are you here? I'm not going to give you something right away. I may not even acknowledge you. And I want to see how you react. And too many times, people show their hand very quickly. It's no shade. People show their hand quickly because they feel like they're not getting what they feel like they need to get out of you in a certain amount of time when they want it. And so a lot of times, if you just starve a person out, you'll get to see if they're really genuinely here for you or if they just want you for an opportunity. So that's an important message for everybody.
Cockiness. A person that was about to give them an amazing blessing or do something amazing. At Prince the Goat, you said she's so phony. Who's so phony? Who's so phony? Who's so phony? That's one thing I'm not. Okay? Now get the fuck off my live, ho.
But back to what you were saying.
But back to what I was saying.
They start to fuck that shit up.
Yeah.
That's y'all fucking problem.
Ooh, tell them. Ooh, speak.
Always fucking up y'all fucking blessings.
And the thing is, y'all, just keep that gratitude. Yes, consider Macaro said Sagittarius are real ones. Yes, we really say how we really feel. No matter what is happening, a Sag gonna tell you how it really is, how we really feel in our hearts. So the thing is this, y'all. Thank you, Courtney Revolution said, block a blessing before you even get it. Avarian Doll said, it's given entitled. That's the thing, y'all, listen. And this is not about anyone, so please knock it off. What I'm saying is...
Well, that's where she lied. That's where she lied. Because this part right here, where she's about to go, now, Nicki, you lied. Because this is definitely about Lotto right here. Now, this is going to wrap everything up. Now, let's get into it.
And I really, truly believe this in my heart because people ask me this question, like, what do you think it is? And I think the missing ingredient in a lot of people's soups is gratitude, because Well, let me tell you something. You don't hurt somebody by being like phony and fake with them. Like if you go to somebody like, oh my God, girl, I love you. I've loved you all my life. Oh my God, I love you, right? And then deep down inside, you go home and you like, man, fuck that hoe. I don't like that bitch. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going.
I agree with that. I know people on YouTube have done that to me. You don't really like me. Oh, I love Armon. I love you. I love you. I love you. You don't really like me. You like my audience. You like what you can get. You don't really care about me. Okay, it's the game. You know, people playing that industry game, the business game. You don't really like certain motherfuckers. You just say that you like them to get where you going and get the affiliations and then do what you do.
Guess what? You don't hurt that person. Because that person didn't hear you or not. Well, you know what I'm saying? You hurt. The universe heard you. The universe knows. And it just keeps on wearing your blessings down. You need a light heart. You need a light spirit so that it lifts you. It keeps lifting you up. And then people are drawn to you and they want to help you more. So like when I started and Fendi was able to confirm this the other day on Green Radio, when I started, I remember I was putting out my mixtapes, and Fendi was going around asking people.
Now listen closely to this part. Listen closely to this part. This is what helped me kind of understand what was going on.
To like give me, trying to get verses or trying to get them to just, show me love. And I would tell him all the time, and I'm talking about these people were like, people like Hellrell and Mano and, Gilly the Kid and all these people that had like a buzz and on the mixtape circus and all that, Jewel Sands and all that. I specifically told him, I said, don't ask them for no verse for me. I don't deserve it yet. Like, remember that time when it come up, y'all, and Foxy was in my trailer? I played with her and laughed with her and joked with her and kicked it with her and bowed down to her. Never asked her for a verse. I knew I didn't deserve it yet. I knew I didn't, put in the work yet. And I wanted it to be that when people did something with me or for me, it was because they truly finally believed in me. Because I wasn't giving them their props in order to get anything back. You understand? Give props because you love someone. You see, someone told me the other day, oh, I used to this, that, and the third, but now I can't give you props openly.
This is Latto. Remember, Latto said she can't give Nicki Minaj her credit or props no more publicly.
Because I feel like da-da-da-da.
Because she feel like Nicki been sub-dissing her, sub-tweeting her. But I have another theory to this too. No shade.
You can't give me props openly anymore, sweetheart, because you're jealous of me.
Now, I don't know if I feel like she's jealous, but I do think that there is some people in her ear. But I don't think that she's jealous. I don't think that Latto was jealous of Nicki Minaj because Latto was coming into the game. But Nicki makes a good point here. Listen.
You don't want me around. Sometimes, skilly wild blood clot one, if that's the real you. You see, people, I'm gonna give you an example. There's been times me and Foxy Brown throughout my career have been going back and forth on the text message at odds with each other, right? I'm talking about really going at it. Because me and her both spicy Trinities, and we both a little him and you never knew about it.
You never knew about it. We never knew about it.
You never knew about it. I talked about the time when Wayne kicked me out of Young Money earlier on. You never knew about it. Fuck you mean you can't give me my...
So, mind you, they got into it on the phone call. We're gonna play the phone call.
My props anymore because of XYZ. If you love an artist, you give them their props because of how they benefited you.
So what she's saying here is, even if we got into it over the phone like we did in that audio, which I'm going to play you guys the audio, I got into it with Foxy. I've got into it with Wayne. You know, I've got into it with some people that I really cared about, knockout, drag out, and no one ever knew about it. And I still give them credit and I still show them love and gratitude because I fool with them. We've had disagreements, but I'm still going to publicly give them credit. So now you saying you can't publicly give me credit because of a phone conversation that we had and how we left off? That's weird. I agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly. If you really here for me, we have a conversation on the phone, we get into it. If we're really cool, you really mess with me, blah, 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 you should still be able to support me. I agree with that.
If a person inspired me, that means I don't give a fuck what they do personally or say personally. My son right now is living in a mansion because Foxy Brown inspired me. Therefore, if me and Foxy Brown have an argument, you won't know about it. If me and Lil Wayne have an argument, you won't know about it. Because it's two different things. It's two separate things. It's Lil Wayne the artist and Dwayne Michael Carter the human being. So if Dwayne get on my nerves and he breaks some crazy outlandish record, I'm gonna say congratulations, Lil Wayne. Congratulations, Foxy Brown. But whenever you feel in your heart and your spirit that your heart is heavy to give somebody that you claim inspired you props, call it what it is. You're jealous. And y'all, a lot of times y'all prefer giving props when the person isn't around doing their thing.
Now listen to this, because this is facts. This is facts. Listen closely.
You see, when I'm on a hiatus, everybody give props.
It's no shade. It's no shade. It's hip hop is dead without Nicki. Female rap is dead without Nicki. Da 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 da. When she on the hiatus.
You see how I'm trying to talk like a young little? I said, right? Listen to me. Y'all want to give props when the queen ain't around. But you gotta move around when the queen is queen. And that's why you don't give me props, sweetheart, when I'm back off of my hiatus.
Now, see, a lot of you guys are probably missing that message. Now, let me do this. Let me play this audio. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on what was just said and what happened right there, okay? Here's that audio. Let's listen to the audio.
Clearly delusional.
It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. It's
I'm the one acting crazy.
It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. Recognize we weren't giving the platforms that we're being given right now. And I give you props all the time in every other interview for opening the door for that to be a possibility now.
Okay. So what, in conclusion, what do you think you wanna say about, let's let you finish your statement about what rappers were doing before and what they're doing now. I want you to finish it.
I finished it, Nicki.
Okay.
I said
Good.
for a long time it was you.
It was me.
Yes,
So
and
you
your
didn't do your research.
what
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody send you the information about all the women in the last 10 years who have had Billboard recognition, worldwide global recognition, since you are clearly putting yourself above these people.
No, I'm not. That's the purpose I can't even think of the word, like just purposely trying not to understand what I'm saying.
You don't even understand what you're saying because see.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it was you running shit for a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I never said that for a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I said that there are other females flourishing. What is the problem with that?
The hard way. You're going to have to learn the real world and the industry.
Well, I love you and I will, regardless, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to support you from the sidelines. I feel very, yes, from the sidelines because I can't do it publicly when someone is literally subtweeting me for no reason, purposely trying to misinterpret what I'm saying. I respect you too much to go back and forth with you. So I appreciate you for getting on the phone with me. The song lyric was recorded last year, way before any of this. And I cannot, yeah, you said, because you just said I like to say it's given though. The it's given bar was nothing, it didn't have nothing to do with you.
And it's not going to benefit you. You understand? If people around you cared about you, they would have told you that's not going to benefit you.
What's not going to benefit me?
Let me go. I have to do a Zoom. I'll hit you back. Thank you. That is clear.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So I just want to get a piece of the clip where, well, let me see where she said, okay, here it is. So this is what happened.
Nicki and everybody else. Now,
This is what started it.
how many female rappers is thriving right now versus it being Nicki and everybody else. Now we all, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of other people come in one day and the next day you trying to categorize yourself with people who've been fucking working and putting their blood, sweat, and tears in this shit for 15 and 20 motherfucking years.
Okay. I would be lying to say that I didn't understand that. It's no shade. Don't compare yourself to me because you got one song and 20,000 record sales. Don't compare yourself to me because the hot tea is, it's this one song that's been taking you, and it's the one song that you wanted me to get on with the remix. So now you feel like, girl, you didn't need me for the remix. It still peaked at number 3. And so now, girl, now all of a sudden we here. No. But, okay, so let's get into it. Here are my thoughts, okay? I know y'all think I'm flip-flopping this, that, and the third. Here's the thing. Do I think that Lotto is jealous of Nicki Minaj? Absolutely not. Do I think that Nicki Minaj is a bit of a gaslighter and she kind of sounded a little bit narcissistic? Absolutely. Do I think that Nicki Minaj necessarily wants to share this spot? No, I don't. But I also do think that she has earned the right for a certain level of respect, okay? And what I've been trying to tell you guys for the longest when it comes to specifically Lotto and like a Doja Cat and some of these newer girls, like they get on this thing of I love Nicki, I love Nicki, I love Nicki, and Nicki feels as though, from what I'm getting, that you really don't really love me, right? You love what my fans could have done for you. You love what the likeness does for you. You love what the affiliation does, but you really don't give a darn about me. And here's my thing. Everybody's saying, oh, and I'm not taking nobody's side. First of all, I feel like Lotto handled it very well, very mature. You know what I mean? She didn't really go off the hinges, and she didn't let Nicki Minaj bully her and punk her, and so she stood her ground as she should have. But at the same time, Nicki's whole thing is, girl, you don't really support me like that. You didn't congratulate me on my record. Lotto saying I can't congratulate you publicly no more. Okay, now you can't congratulate me publicly. Well, Lotto saying it's because they're subtweets, but I feel like there's more to it. I feel like Nicki Minaj turned down those features. Big Energy started bubbling more than you know, just been in the bubbling over. It started getting on the actual Billboard Hot 100. Lotto started feeling herself because Nicki snubbed her 3 times. She started kind of passive aggressively talking her ish. Slowly is less and less and less supporting Nicki Minaj publicly. But I remember there was a time where she was talking about how she really can't really support because, you know, the Barbs say that she's a flip-flopper and she's kissing and she's this, that, and the third. Remember, because she was very lukewarm in the middle. And I thought she was doing well by that. But I think that Nicki Minaj felt like, girl, this is one of those girls, her and Megan Thee Stallion really don't like me. Megan Thee Stallion is just probably one of those girls that's like, girl, I'm in it for me. I'm going to hop over here. I'm going to be with Cardi. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do whoever's going to benefit me. Okay? Lotto is one of those girls, if I'm asking, from Nicki's point, she's just saying that she likes me for now. But if she can get a level ahead of me or she can get it on her own, she's no longer going to support me. And that's what happened. And if you ask me, if you ask my opinion, I feel like it's not just about the subtweets. I personally feel like Lotto has gotten to a point where it's the people in her ear now telling her, well, girl, you don't really have to be shouting out Nicki Minaj no more. You're at a level where you don't need her. Your record charted. You've got Mariah Carey on the record. You're winning awards. Now you're benefiting. Now Nicki Minaj will benefit from you. You will be a benefit to her to shout her out. Because think about it. When Nicki Minaj is not making music, and she made a very valid point, when Nicki Minaj is not making music, everybody loves Nicki Minaj. We need Nicki out. We need Nicki out. Nicki Minaj gets the #1 record. Some of those same girls that love Nicki was not congratulating her. Well, why aren't you congratulating her now? Well, now because now you're pushing more traffic to her record. And at this point, why am I going to be pushing more traffic to her record when I need to be promoting my record? She ain't giving me no feature. Why am I going to be pushing traffic to this whole record? She done already went #1. See, I love Nicki when she's not out, because then that benefits me. And then guess what? The barbs go and flock to whoever is loving Nicki Minaj while Nicki Minaj is not out, because the barbs, they're looking for something. Doja Cat, who else? Lotto, anybody. Nicki Minaj is on a hiatus. We need a Nicki Minaj fill-in. So the barbs immediately, mind you, Nicki Minaj start coming out, she dropping music. Now you buzzing, you bubbling. The people telling you, she didn't even give you no feature. You got a record that hit #3 on Billboard. Why would you be shouting out Nicki Minaj? She needs you now. You're hot. You're hotter than her. You're going to send more traffic to her song. So now all of a sudden you can't support her publicly. That's the hot tea. And I feel like there's a little bit of that going on too. Once girls feel like, well, wait a minute, I've kind of arrived a little bit, then the people, the powers that be, they start getting into your head and they start feeling like, and then that's when, and it's true, because she went there and she was like, yeah, now we all here. After 20,000 records sold in the #3 Billboard, she feel like she on Nicki Minaj level. So Nicki Minaj is like, bitch, you're not on my level. I mean, is it necessary for Nicki to do that? No, but I mean, she did it. Am I, like, you know what I mean? She could have paid it. It does come across as pressed. No shade. Nicki Minaj, it does come across as pressed. I'd have paid it. Because why do you even care? I'd have paid it, girl. But I think the reason is she has to do that stuff because her fans will latch on to people that she don't fool with. A lot of people don't understand why. Now I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't understand why, like, she does this kind of stuff. But I feel like she does this stuff because her fans will literally latch on to these artists that she don't affiliate with. So she has to almost let you know, I don't like her. We're not cool. She doesn't support me. I mean, she does it in so many different ways. She says it so clearly. Stop supporting this hoe. She's not cool with us. That's what ends up happening. Now, do I think that she was, you know, do I think that she was a little bit pressed by that statement? Yeah. I mean, but she was just kind of feeling like, girl, don't compare yourself to me. You know, I've worked my A off. I've been through a lot, girl. You are not on my level. Don't even try to hit it like that, girl. You sold 20,000 records, 20,000 copies, girl. You're not on my record because you got one song. And, you know, that's probably something I would have had a conversation with at the table. You know what I'm saying? And Lotto, it came across like, you know, I'm doing good. I got my big energy. She didn't want to give me the feature. It is what it is. I don't really have to support her because now I'm in the conversation. Now the conversation is Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto. So now the whole Nicki, the higher up Lotto climbs, you notice the higher up the girls climb, the less the Nicki comes. It's not so much we love Nicki. The we love Nicki is kind of when you're like kind of down here and you're trying to get the feature and you're trying to get the fans. But if you find out Lotto done found shit, I'm popping on my own. Now I don't have to really support you publicly. I don't have to congratulate you because girl, I'm popping. That's the hot tea. And Nicki basically is like, I'm seeing through these girls early on. You know, and she's feeling used. And at the same time, I'm not going to sit up here and act like, you know, she shouldn't be on guard. You know, she has been in the game for this long. And when it comes to these new girls, she doesn't have to give every single girl a feature. Now, but at the same time, don't not give a girl a feature because a girl shows you that she wants to be bigger than what she is. Because Nicki, I do still feel like there's a piece of her that may feel like if you want to be bigger, then you don't pass the vibe check. So it's that catch-22. Like my thing is with Nicki Minaj, if you're genuinely testing a person out and if you're genuinely trying to see if they pass the vibe check, really mean that. Don't say that once you've realized that they've definitely failed the test and be like, oh, well, girl, I was just about to give you the feature. Girl, no, you wasn't. Like, you was never going to give her the feature. So don't act like she was right here and she just did that one last thing and then messed it up for herself. You know what I mean? I would just say be sincere about that. That's the part I'm like, Nicki, I don't know if you was really going to give her the feature like that. I'm not sure that Nicki was really going to get, I'm not really too sure that Nicki Minaj really sees it for Lotto. I don't really think that she sees it for Lotto like that. So I don't think that Lotto was really getting a feature anyway. And I don't think that Lotto really, for Nicki, made sense enough. And she wasn't hot enough for her. You know what I mean? She just didn't, it didn't make sense for her. I don't know, in my mind. But I'm not going to sit up here and say that I don't understand. And I feel like, you know, I wish that this didn't happen this way. But I understand both sides. I also understand Lotto coming in the game and saying, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. I would like a feature. It's business. You know what I mean? But at the same time, let's be very clear, Lotto. Let's be very clear. Let's be very, 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 very clear. If I do have to pick a side, I'm picking the Nicki Minaj side. And here's why I'm picking Nicki Minaj side. You can have handled the conversation well. You could been cool. You could show me all kind of love. But girl, you still been talking about me. You still really didn't like me like that. You still didn't really trust me like that. We really wasn't that cool. I may have been your idol, all this, that, and the third, but you recorded my phone call. You recorded the phone call. So you know, you always felt away on the cool. You don't record phone calls if you don't trust nobody. You don't trust me. You've been having conversation about me. You've been feeling some type of way. You recorded the phone call. I don't trust no bitch that record phone calls. You're not my friend. You never fucked with me. You're recording phone calls. Girl, you're out. Period. Call me a flip-flopper all day long. You recorded the phone calls. You didn't like me. And you felt like you needed to record that phone call in case you needed to do what you just did. You put it out. Because you felt like there was going to be a day where you were going to use that. And you did. And so don't try to make it seem like you were just so genuine. Because if you were genuine, you wouldn't be recording phone calls. So let's just say we all been fake. Nicki's a narcissist and you Nicki may be a narcissist, but Lotto, you were showing fake love. Period. Nicki felt like you need to bow down to her a little bit more. Lotto, you feel like, you didn't give me the feature. I don't need you no more. And I don't have to say your name because, girl, you didn't give me the big energy record. And it's one of the biggest records out right now. And it's competing with you neck and neck. And it's going to be nominated for every category you're nominated for this next award season. That's what it is. Lotto, you was never Nicki's friend. Nicki was never going to give Lotto the feature. Period. That's what it is. That's what it is. This was never going to work. Lotto, you never trusted her. You did that Nicki stuff till it benefited you, until you realized, or until somebody told you you didn't need it no more. You didn't have to do it no more. You've arrived. You're bigger than that. Nicki needs you. And Nicki's like, girl, I'm not, who are you? Like, baby, you're not just finna, I'm not letting you just in the, girl, you're not even all that to me. Like, you're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to show me something. I'm not really feeling you. You thought I was feeling you? Not really like that. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Then Nicki went on to say, well, girl, you got an album. All these girls that you shouting out, why they not on your album? But you wanted me to be on your album. So, I don't know. It's some tea. And I see a lot of you guys pressed in the comments, but at the end of the day, I'm going to let you guys know this. A bitch record me, she fake as hell. Period. Don't record me. You having a real conversation, but you recording me? Girl, you're phony. You're phony. It's no way to spin it. Now, I got receipts on people. That's because I didn't trust you from the beginning. You showed me something, I didn't trust you. But I'm not finna act like I did trust you. I didn't trust you. Baby, and when the time come, girl, we're putting the receipts out. And girl, it is what it is. Girl, I didn't trust you. You didn't trust me. It was what it was, girl. I didn't feel you. But I think that she should have just kept it real. She tried to make it seem like it was just all love. It was all love. It wasn't all love. You had your reservations about Nicki Minaj from the beginning. The only thing was, girls, you thought she was beneficial to you in the beginning of your career. And at some point, you realized that you didn't need her anymore. So then it was, fuck it. That's what it was. That's what it was. But you never trusted her. You never really cared for her. You seen what she did. You felt some type of way. She turned the features down. It is what it is. And Nicki never really cared for you artistically, musically. She thinks you're trash. And she feels like, you need to bow down a little bit more. That's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all not fit. I'm not finna sit up here and be on some Lotto is some Lotto sympathy thing. She recorded phone calls. Don't record my phone call. You didn't, I don't care how much genuine love you felt like you showed me, girl, in the back of your mind, you didn't trust me. So the love was never all the way real because, girl, you never really trusted me. And then you collecting tea on me. Girl, please. All right, let's take some calls. Let's take some calls, y'all. We're going to get into some things. I don't like no bitch collecting tea on me. Anybody I collect tea on, I don't really like them for real. I don't collect tea on people that I really care about. I don't record phone call conversations, especially even if we arguing. I don't collect tea on them. I don't record the phone calls. I don't care. We can have knockout dragouts. I'm not recording no phone call on a person that I look up to and I'm just collecting tea on and then putting it out. I'm not doing it. Now, if I don't really trust you, girl, I'm collecting tea on you because I don't trust you. And I'm keeping every receipt because I feel like one day you're going to try me. It is what it is. Let's just keep it real. You felt like one day she was going to try you. You didn't trust her. So my thing is just keep it real and say, girl, I would have respected it more if she became out like, girl, no, I didn't really trust you. But it's just like, oh, I just been showing you love. No. You have, but girl, you didn't really feel me like that either. So stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Like, girl, y'all both didn't feel each other. Just keep it real. So, it is what it is.
Your show now, press 1.
Then
Your
it was
show
given,
is
everybody's
scheduled
not
to start in
lying. So you was listening to what everybody else was
38
saying. Hold on.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, 2844, you live on the air. That's a lot of noise in the background.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, is it better?
Yes.
Okay. When I was listening to the conversation, I just feel like there's a few things going on. One, I think Nicki has to understand that the industry has changed. I understand that she's upset, but it just feels like every time we turn around, Nicki's falling out with somebody. And it's been like this for years. Everybody got a Nicki horror story. Everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And it seems like these girls get in this industry and look for a Nicki feature as a cosign, when really you should be able to stand on your own without Nicki co-signing. And see, that's where that fake love come in. Y'all come in this industry, y'all want Nicki to do a feature with you. Nicki really's not feeling it, because keep in mind, she's not the most likable person. You know what I mean? Everybody got a horror story about how she cuts up behind the scenes. Let's not forget, you know, when she got into it with Cardi, she played like.
Hold on. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, because with Cardi B and I was waiting for somebody to bring Cardi B up. The reason why I didn't bring Cardi B up, it's specifically because Cardi B has nothing to do with this conversation. The reason why Cardi B has nothing to do with this conversation, because Cardi B, out of all of these girls, did not come in the game wanting a Nicki Minaj anything. Her story is completely different. This is why Nicki Minaj just couldn't take her, because she felt like, industry made Cardi. That's a totally different thing. When it comes to these Meg, Lotto, Nicki feels used by these girls. Cardi B has nothing to do with this. This is a total different story. So this is why I can when it comes to Nicki Cardi, I kind of feel like, girl, Nicki, you feel some type of way, but at the same time, I can understand where you feel like, the industry was against you at one point. But in this situation, I could see where these girls come in, Nicki, then they get a little bit of clout, then all of a sudden, it's no more Nicki.
I get it.
Cardi B never came in the game while some Nicki. So let's not bring her into this.
No, I wasn't bringing her into it in that sense. I'm saying is that she also has a horror story behind Nicki cutting up because Cardi didn't kiss her butt.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the perspective that I'm coming from. And it seems like, one, these girls need to stop looking for Nicki as a co-sign in the industry and stand on your own. You get what I'm saying? Because Nicki's not having it. And the other part of it, too, is that the industry's not the same as it was when Nicki came in. These girls now, Nicki does music now because she wants to. These girls are doing music now because they have to. And granted, now the industry is based off of Instagram and other stuff. And unfortunately, Nicki can't, I like Nicki as far as back in the day, but Nicki just now, this is the only record she's had in a long time that has stayed on the charts for a while. Let's not forget, like, Nicki, for a few years, she would drop something, we would see it for a day or two, then it would disappear.
Yeah, but you know what? The only reason I have to, honestly, I have to bring it to myself, because there was a time where, I've been on YouTube and I like this brother, but I was on YouTube for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And I was going through a lot, putting my, really putting in the work. And there were certain people that got aligned with certain people and were surpassing me and this, that, and people were trying to make it seem like we on the same level. Don't compare me to a person that's not putting in this work. You feel me? Like, so just because you getting a little clout or whatever, I'm putting in work. Like, we are not the same. And so I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't understand Nicki Minaj saying, bitch, I didn't put in work. You sold 20,000 copies and you got one record and you think that me and you on the same level. We're not.
I get it.
We're not.
I get it, and I understand, but see, when I think of Nicki, I think of her like up there with Beyonce as far as like just, the fan base. Because keep in mind, they've done records together, right? You don't see these R&B girls get crying for a Beyonce feature. You don't. And you don't see Beyonce out here arguing with these folks on Instagram. I just think that Nicki Minaj, if she's a queen and she's a legend, she need to act as such. These girls don't get these. That's what these girls do. And the reality is that they get clout off of this stuff. At what point does Nicki act like the legend that she is? Get off of Instagram and just sit and be cute. You get what I'm saying? It's not cute that every time we turn around, and then unfortunately, this ain't the first time Nicki done fell out with somebody, and it won't be the last. It's just at some point, it has to stop.
Well, I agree there. I do think that she could have just ignored it, and because she didn't have to address it at all. It wasn't necessary. But thank you for making some great points and dealing with my loudness. Thanks, boo.
No, you're
Have
fine.
a fantastic
Have a good
day. You do too. Okay, 9262. We have a full queue. You guys got to keep calling in if you guys can't get through. But super chats will be taken to the top. 9262 then 97075434. So you got to make it quick. We have hella people in the queue. Okay, 9262. Go ahead.
All right, Armon, you can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. First off, I love you. Amazing.
Thank you.
Second, the only thing I agree with is that Nicki was right about the song, but that is not Latto's fault. She can't control that. And Latto tried taking it to the DM like a woman, like a grown woman, saying, you know, because of this last conversation and how you were speaking to me, can you just try to leave me out of it, you know? And then Nicki, after saying, don't you think it's weird people post other people's DMs? She goes and posts Latto's DM, and then it just popped off from there. And Nicki didn't have to call her names, come at her body, come at her career. Like, she is the queen. So then move like a queen. And she didn't expect Latto to have all those receipts. She really didn't. And I get it, okay? It's kind of weird. She recorded the phone call. But everybody knows, I mean, everyone thinks Nicki is Nicki, you know?
Right,
And
wait, hold on. Nicki is Nicki.
denying all that
But Nicki is Nicki, right? But my thing is, say that. Don't get up here acting like, oh, it was all love and genuine. When in the back of your mind, you still feel like, yeah, it's all love, but I don't trust this hoe for real. And that's all Nicki's saying, like, girl. But that's literally what Lotto just showed. Yeah, it's all love. I don't trust this hoe for real like that. I don't really like her like that. This is just politics. Lotto was politicking with Nicki, and y'all acting like y'all don't see that. She was politicking with Lotto. Did not like Nicki Minaj, bro. She was politicking. You would never have recorded her if you really cared. It was politics. You were playing industry politics. It was industry to me. It was industry politics. That's bullshit.
Love, but then Latto seen that Nicki was subbing and subbing and subbing, and supposedly Nicki's gonna say, "Oh, that wasn't about Latto," but she sure as hell didn't stop the Barbs from attacking Latto. She never came out and said, "Oh no, that's not about Latto. Why are you guys coming at Latto?" You know what I mean? She watched and let it happen because she knew what was going on. She knows that regardless of what they're gonna take it and run, you know?
Yeah, you know, it may be I could be off today, but I'm just coming, and you know, I'm just coming from another side of an entertainer, and I know how it feels, you know, sometimes when, you know, seemingly the underdog looks like they're getting picked on by the bigger fish, and it's like a lot of these underdogs, they want to use you to get to what you're going, and then when you don't fool with them, then all of a sudden you're the big bad narcissist. I can't tell you how many times niggas thought, why you didn't bring this person on your channel? Why you didn't shout this person out? Why you don't do collabs with these? I don't fuck with these niggas. These niggas ain't my friends. These niggas, when my song came out, they didn't shout me out. These people don't support me, but because I have a bigger following and this, that, and the third, I owe them something, and they can come out and just start complaining, and then all of a sudden, I'm the narcissist. So that's why I could see it from a different place. Like, I don't always ride with the underdog, because that's some bullshit.
No, and that is very true. That's very true. And Nicki don't have to do nothing. But then I think she got mad once she was like, you know, oh, she didn't do the feature, and then she didn't do another feature. It's all about the feature. But then she saw, even off this one song, Latto didn't need the feature. She's still, you know, gaining her success. She's still getting nominated for the awards. Big Energy is double platinum in the U.S. and Canada.
Right, but after that, but you got to catch the energy. But you got to catch the energy. But the energy after that was very much like, yeah, and I did it. And you, like, the undertone was, and you didn't even want to give me the feature, but yeah, it happened anyway, which is fine. But girl, like, you feel some type of way. Because the energy is very, I bet you feel dumb now. I bet you feel dumb now.
She still said she wasn't talking bad about Nicki in that one interview. All she said was that it used to just be Nicki on the top, all the way at the top. But now there's more female rap girls that are eating. It's just and Nicki opened the door. so more of us can get in. I've only ever seen Latto.
Listen, I'm not. I think that they both. I think that Nicki maybe wanted some entitlement, and maybe Nicki does need to grow up a little bit. But I'm not finna sit up here and act like Latto is some innocent baby that didn't know what she was doing, and that she was just so showing Nicki so much love. Girl, she was politicking. She was politicking too.
Well, there's two sides to every story. That is very true. But Nicki is the queen, and I mean, come on, girl, move like the queen.
I agree.
I'm just
I
saying,
agree.
It was all unnecessary. It was all unnecessary. And I'm on Twitter like, oh my, what is happening? I can't. But Armon, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too, and thanks for dealing with me today. I'm a little turned up off this Casamigos or whatever I got. No, but my thing is, guys, like, I think it's so easy for us all the time to just fall for the underdog, because we always want to believe that the top dog is always just such the bad guy. And I'm like, girl, no, these people be playing these industry games. These people be playing these industry games too. Girl, you recording conversations, girl. You already felt like it was until you already didn't really fool me. You was, I mean, but listen, Nicki, she ain't all the way right, because she don't even need to be acknowledging this stuff. She does come across as pressed. Y'all know that I'm the first one to be able to let y'all know, like, when I feel like Nicki Minaj is wrong. But I'm not finna sit up here and act like she don't have a point, because she do. Now, y'all might hate Nicki and whatever, whatever, but she do have a point in that. Now, does she need to address and beef with every single person? Absolutely not. Does it come across as press? Yes. But, girl, we're not going to sit up here and act like, oh, Latto was just she wasn't doing anything. Okay, 9707.
Hey, Armon, can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, child. Just turned up. Because now I'm being attacked today.
Don't feel like that. You ain't being attacked. But listen, I'm Nicki's age, so I've been around long enough to know what was going on back in the day. But my problem with this whole situation is that Nicki, first of all, this is all based on the interview, right? And Nicki feeling like the girls haven't paid their dues, but I want to know, what does she expect? Latto been doing this for years. We know that she's been doing this at least since Rap Game, which was in 2016. I mean, what dues did Nicki pay before she got features from big artists? Before she even put down her first album, which her first song was in 2007. Her first big album was in 2010. She had feature from Kanye, Trey Songz, DJ Khaled. She had a feature from Rihanna. So I'm like, what does she want the new girls to do? For me, I feel like Latto's been doing this. She's been trying to get in the game longer than what it took Nicki to get in the game. Furthermore, Nicki had the backing of one of the biggest rap artists, Lil Wayne, and Cash Money. So it's like, yeah, you've been in the game this long now, but how you gonna try to step on their toes when you didn't have to do all that much when you first got in the game? And then the whole thing with Latto was mad because of the because she didn't want to hop on Big Energy. I disagree with that. I think Latto was okay with the fact that she didn't want to hop on Big Energy. I think Latto's issue didn't begin until after the interview, and then Nicki started subbing her, and it was very clear, because if anybody like me watch You, we knew that was clear what Nicki was doing. And after that, that's when Latto's like, oh, okay, you want to be like that? And that's why she started making her shady comments. But to just off top be like, oh, she was mad, because I feel like in the chat, Latto was cool, Nicki was cool, at least that's what it looked like. But think about it. In behind the scenes, she's telling people, oh, why you want to work with that little girl? Oh, no, I would be saying some little things myself if Nicki
that's
was doing
true.
that to me.
I agree.
So I'm just like, I feel, and then I know that this is not about Cardi, but I also want to say this. Ever since Cardi came out, the whole thing with the girls have had to walk a fine line between showing love for Cardi, showing love for Nicki, and just trying to walk that line, be in the middle. And I feel like Latto has done a really good job of walking that fine line. until Nicki got offended by that comment or that statement in the interview. And then after that, it was over. But ultimately, I feel like Lotto did a great job with that. I mean, better than Megan, who we know was very shady to Cardi, and better than Doja, who was very shady to Nicki. So either way,
but I think it was one of those things too that I think people, and maybe this could just be a reach, but I think that people are missing what, like Nicki's saying, like some of these girls as they start to rise, because Lotto was riding Nicki hard, but then once Big Energy took off, she stopped. So what changed?
I don't really see it that way, but I can see why people would see it that way. Yeah, I can't like, to me, I don't feel like it was because Big Energy, but I also feel like, well, this kind of also goes back to the whole love for Nicki thing, right? So if I'm a little girl and I'm growing up and I'm watching Nicki Minaj, of course I got love for Nicki Minaj. I got love for Prince. I got love for Luther Vandross. I got love for Nicki Minaj, all of them, because I grew up watching, or I've been watching them, you know. But at some point, that's gonna fade away, because now you know what's behind the scenes. As a degular person, I don't know what's behind the scenes. All I see is the glamour, the glitter, and the lights. But now I'm Lotto. Now I got Big Energy. I can see what's going on behind the scenes. That's gonna change my perception of Nicki Minaj or any other big celebrity. So I kind of see that a little bit differently, but and then also.
Oh, wait, no, we got too many people. We got too many people. Hold on. We got a lot of people on here, but thank you so much. We got a lot of people on. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Bill.
Have a good day.
No problem. 5434, you live on the air, and then 3578, you next.
Hey, Armon, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. First off, I want to say that you always right. I try to doubt you all the time, but you always turn up to be right. It's crazy, but shouts out to you. I'm trying to make it quick. So, anyways, I'm on both sides. I like all the girls in the industry. I really
Me
do.
too.
Like, I don't have no hate for either one. I love them all. So I'm on both sides because I clearly see both points. Like, on Nicki end, like, girl, like, don't, like, let's say we work together and we got a job where we can't wear nails, you know, and Nicki came in with the blue nails and, you know, Lotto the girl with the nude nails, you feel me? And then the manager, you know, get at Nicki like, hey, you can't wear nails. And then she like, oh, well, Lotto got nails. She been having nails for the longest. Now both of us getting rolled up. If I'm Lotto, I don't want to be put in the pop section with you so I have a better chance to lose. I want to stay in the rap section where you're not there anymore, where I have a bigger chance of winning. Like, and you want me to kind of defend you and stick up for you. Now you know, like, I'm not doing that, and you don't even like me, because I already know she already knew. The industry is small. She already knew that Nicki ain't like her before the subtweets even started happening. So I'm not sticking up for you. Like, no, I'm good on that. But you don't even like me. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I see both sides. That's how to you.
Thank you, Boo. Thank you for calling in and making it quick and getting your point out. Thank you. We love to hear you guys call in. Thank you. All right, we got some more people. The line's just on fire today. 7127, you live on the air.
Hey, Armon. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Boo? How are you?
I'm good. Listen, you got me cracking up. I'm like, my boy is on one. But, you know, I'm not going to argue with you, okay? I don't think I'm calling to argue. Okay, so let me just
Today's one of them days. Today's one of them days, man.
It really is, baby. You doing your thing. So listen, when I was watching all this unfold last night, the one thing that I kept thinking, because Nicki was kind of doing what you're doing today, which is kind of saying, like, it's about the feature, and now she's turned on me. But in my view, what I was seeing from Lotto's text or her DM was that, hey, she understands this is business. I might sing you 10 songs, and you might decline them. I'm okay with that. I still want to work with you, so I'm going to just keep trying until I find something that fits for us. No problem. But what happened was, like the previous caller said, you know, hearing that you're talking to people in the industry about me behind my back, and then, you know, I'm able to do things you know, publicly I'm doing well, and then all of a sudden you seem to be subtweeting me because I said something in an interview you didn't like instead of just addressing me. No, I'm not going to play myself. I'm sorry. I'm not going to kiss your butt publicly, but, oh, my God, girl, congratulations, and you're subtweeting me. Nicki's, what she talked about with her and Lil Wayne getting into it and her and Foxy Brown getting into it, those were false equivalencies. They were getting into it behind the scenes. She wasn't subbing Foxy Brown. She wasn't subbing Lil Wayne, okay? And she wasn't expecting them to come out and celebrate her. So, no, I'm not going to do that. You're not going to play in my face. And I feel like you understand this, Armon, because if this, let's say 5 years ago, if Wendy Williams was Wendy Williams of 5 years ago, and you were like, hey, I'm working on my platform, I would love to work with you, and you were able to connect with her, she was like, not yet, you can't come on yet, but I'll see what I can do for you. And then for whatever reason, she starts subbing you on her show. I don't see you being like, I love Wendy Williams publicly. Oh, my God, Wendy Williams is renewed for another 10 years. I'm excited. I don't see that from you. Because
no, I have hoes. Let's take it. I have hoes in this space that sub me now. And I still refuse to talk about them, and I still have respect for them. But I'll let you know and let it be known I've never trusted them. So when the tea come out, it's not gonna be. I'm gonna let you know I never trusted you, ho. But I always respected you. Never trusted you because it was always an energy about you I never trusted. But I still respected you, and I still respected you publicly.
Okay, but you're not celebrating, correct? You're not saying, hey, you won this achievement. Okay, because you played in my face. So you doing you over there, and I'm doing me over here, and that's fine. We can do that. You know, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what Latto did. I think she totally understood, Armon. I really don't think she started having her, you know, her little pep in her step and saying what she said until, like I said, what Nicki was doing and saying was getting back to her, and she was seeing the subtweets that you were breaking down for us. You were seeing stuff that we weren't even seeing that Nicki was saying about her. So, like, we can't expect people to bow down perpetually to people. Listen, Nicki, you've been here. You are an icon. You are very talented. You're beautiful. And you are that chick. But what Latto was even saying in that interview was, listen, for so long it's only been Nicki, and it's really more about the industry, Armon, than Nicki herself. I think a lot of people just felt like that the industry would not let there be more than one woman. So yes, people would bubble up, people, Dej Loaf and all these people would kind of come and go, Iggy, but it was never like, oh, we got 4, 5, 6 girls here, you know, that people are constantly talking about. People are constantly listening to their music. I think that's what Latto was saying. I don't think she was saying like Nicki was blocking everybody for 15 years and now we're finally all on her level. But, you know, I think people hear what they want to hear because they be in their feelings. But that's it. I don't want to take up too much.
But I like what you said too. Like, but I don't think that everybody needs to just sit there and bow down to Nicki. Like, she has to get over that too. Like, there will be girls in a space, and there will be girls in a lead position. You know, there will be girls that are dominant. You know what I'm saying? And she has to be able to deal with dominant women. You know what I'm saying? Like, female rappers are supposed to be dominant, you know, forefront leading women, you know? And so Nicki Minaj, you're going to have to be able to deal with that kind of personality. But I think if girls just make it clear that that's how they come in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they be trying to come in on this politic. Like, and that's why I feel like Cardi the only one that didn't come in like that.
But
she's the only one.
Cardi's my girl, Barty Gang here. My girl is she's different, but maybe she wasn't a super stan. And remember this also.
Man came in like that. Oh, Nicki. Oh, they all came in like that. They all came. The only one that came in like a real bitch was Cardi B. That's it.
Armon Wiggins, listen to me, okay? Now, we all know that Latto came through the rap thing, right? The rap show. She was a teenager. So that means what? She's been into this hip-hop stuff. She's been feeling it for years. Meg, very heavy hip-hop. Her mom was a rapper. So when you're that type of chick and you're really into hip-hop and you're really into rap, you're probably going to look up to someone like Nicki Minaj and be like, she's an idol of mine. I want to work with her. Cardi was like, look, I'm stripping. I'm funny. I can remix raps really quick. And someone said, why don't you rap? And I said, yeah, you know what? I could probably do this. Let me try it. And she actually is that chick. And she's good at it. But she wasn't like a lifelong, I want to be a rapper. There's a difference in that. I'm just saying.
This is why I just feel like that's why I'm like, this conversation different. That's why I feel like it hits different in these kind of spaces when it comes to Meg and Nicki or Nicki and Latto. Because girl, it was like it was all of a sudden, oh, now I can't show love to you publicly no more. Well, what changed? Okay, you're saying it's subtweets, but girl, once you start feeling yourself and your numbers started rising, once you got your hit, the mumbles have gotten quieter too. And I think that, Nicki Minaj, I mean, there is something to be said. Like, and we've all seen it. When Nicki Minaj is not here, everybody is talking about how rap is missing Nicki Minaj. But the minute she's here, the girls that's rapping that are Nicki, they're no longer congratulating. I'm not saying it's the girls, but now we got to think, is it the white man behind it saying, listen, now she's outside. Why would we push people to her music? All her fans are there. You can't use her fans now because they're supporting her.
I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look stupid congratulating someone that's playing in my face publicly to millions of people. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And to say that she doesn't see it for Lotto, but she sees it for Malibu Mitch, it puts her on a remix and act like, Armon, please. We know what all this stuff is about that's going on. I'm just saying.
I could see that, but out of everybody, Malibu has been consistent. Nicki has ignored her, has not responded to her, but Malibu is still in them comments.
Do you see it for Malibu? Do you see it for her?
Do I see that she can? I definitely think she's talented. I don't think she's ever going to happen. I don't know why, but I think that she's definitely the new age Foxy Brown. I think she's beautiful, and I think that she can rap, and I love her. And I think that she had probably one of the best verses on the Super Freaky Girl remix. But I hate that her and Cardi. I hate that they got into it. But Malibu Mitch can rap, and I like her tone. I'm not gonna hate. She slid on that Super Freaky Girl too. But thanks, boo.
Well, I feel you, and I appreciate you being, saying your opinion. Thank you for letting me get mine out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is why this show works, right? Every day y'all not gonna agree, but this is why we got tomorrow.
No.
Okay, bye.
Bye, baby.
All right, y'all gonna hate. Some of y'all gonna hate me today, but that's okay. Child, I have to go with how I feel today, and that's what I feel, girl. 11:05, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? Oh, is somebody getting a timestamp for these numbers? Because I see we got a lot of calls. Okay, 11:05, you're live in the air. Go ahead.
Hey, so first off, congratulations on your week. You had a good week. So I
did. Thank you.
I know we talking about Nicki. Yes. Positive check, yes. Okay, so I agree with the other callers. Like, Nicki, we know what she did, and thanks to you broke it down. You be knowing behind the scenes stuff too. So I feel like Lotto wasn't coming from, well, when she recorded the phone call, I can't see it as it was fake. It was like, I can show you love and respect you, but once I peep that you being steady, you done said all this stuff and you trying to look girl me, you're not gonna play with me. Like, no. And I see it as like just having a backbone.
Okay.
Because a lot of these girls do be behind it and kissing the ring and, giving her, feeding into that godlike complex that she has. But I can respect Lotto for standing on, what she feels. Having a backbone.
I can too.
Yeah. So I didn't really see it as she was being fake or being a snake recording the conversation because, girl, if you done played in my face and you manipulate your fans and say, oh, I wasn't talking about that girl and all that. Once I get on the phone, we're going to clear it up. And I'm going to have my receipts just like she had her receipts. And I think Nicki recorded too, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, I'm not going to hold y'all because everybody's so much, and I didn't see too many people saying Lotto was this innocent little girl. A lot of people were just like, okay, she stood in her, how she felt.
And I think there was nothing wrong with that. I think she should. And now what would be interesting is we should see if Lotto will still have a career, because remember last time somebody went up against Nicki, Remy Ma, it didn't really happen. But we'll see. We'll see. I think Lotto will still be here, you know, because a lot of people don't like Nicki.
Right.
Yeah,
she'll be okay. You know, she can still ride Big Energy, like have a 5-year anniversary concert or something for Big Energy,
But do you listen to Lotto's music outside of that? Do you listen to Lotto music outside of that?
I honestly don't.
I don't either.
That's why I'm not really like team. Like,
That's the hot team. I'm not really a big Lotto. I don't really, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, but she can rap though. But she can rap though. She can rap though. It's just she don't resonate with me that much. But she's talented as all get up. No, don't get me wrong. But you know,
when she has the right beat or whatever, and I just want her to articulate herself better, because I kind of like, you had to piece together that interview to see, like, okay, she ain't dissing Nicki, like she just not saying it right. She is kind of putting herself up there and moving her hand, like, girl, don't do that, because you know Nicki like to argue.
Okay. Let me get my girl on the line. Okay, thanks, boo. We got some more calls in here, but let me get my girl Eva with the tea.
In the mix.
Girl, they are flaming me up today, baby. What's the tea?
You know, everyone has a different view on the situation, and that's okay. But, you know, I just had to come in and give my view. Okay. So this all started because Nicki wanted validation from the white Grammys. The same Grammys for the past 2 years she's been bashing, and she's been saying she will not be submitting music, but here you are submitting music again. So you blew up on Lotto and used her as a pawn because you were placed in a different category, because you posted your music under every pop playlisting. So you're mad because the Grammys snubbed you. You should take that energy to the Grammys. You should not involve others, because when you involve others, it gets messy, especially when you were calling Lil Wayne and asking him why he was doing a feature with Lotto behind the scenes, calling her a little girl. Like, why would you give that little girl even a feature? So if I hear that conversation, recorded conversation, and my fave that I have been showing love to has always, you know what I'm saying, that I've been showing love to, is literally like saying, why am I getting a feature? You're playing with my money and you're playing with my time and my artistry. It don't matter if I idolize you, if I was a fan of you, you're playing the game that everyone has pointed at you and said that behind the scenes, you're messy, you're catty, and you stop bags.
Okay, let me ask you something, Eva. Let me ask you something. And I just want to be honest. And I want to ask everybody in the chat. And I'm going to be honest with you. And this is no shade. And I like Lotto. Like, I want to let y'all know, I don't have a dog in the fight with this. I'm just giving my... If a Lotto came right here, I'd be like, girl, let's go have lunch. And let's just have a conversation. Like, I don't have a problem with her. And I don't have a problem with Nicki. But let's just be very clear. Because what it's sounding like is people are trying to say that somehow Nicki is jealous or intimidated by Lotto. And for me, I don't think that Nicki Minaj is jealous or intimidated or threatened by Lotto that much. I don't think she has to be. I don't. Well, I think Meg, Cardi, Doja may be more competition. Like, do you listen to Lotto?
No, I'm about to get you. I'm about to respond to you right now, because I was waiting for you to say that. Let me tell you why I was waiting for you to say that, and you're gonna gag, because you have to put every piece of the puzzle together. And you said don't bring Cardi up, but let's be clear. Every girl that was in the WAP video with Cardi, Nicki has been upset about it. How did she do Normani? She unfollowed Normani. Mind you, she was at the VMA telling Tiffany Haddish, oh, my girl Normani is that girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Nicki's the kind of girl that's like, pick a side. And if you don't pick a side, stay that way. You know what I'm saying? Because
okay, I get it. And that's probably why she was never going to get that feature.
She was never going. And so why would Nicki play in that girl's face, acting like she would give her a feature if she already felt away because
she was in the WAP video, right?
Exactly. So that's my whole thing. Is like,
okay, like you got that. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
It's no shade. And then, like, I also think, like, you know, at the end of the day, girl, you're upset about the Grammys, the same Grammys, girl, that you don't care about, and it gets on my nerves because it's like, but you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, I know what you're trying to prove. It's clear, but girl, when you said you were calling these meetings, clearly that meeting isn't holding up for you with the Grammys, is it? And then also, it's no shade. You said that Lotto recorded the conversation, which is true, but Nicki also tweeted to one of her fans that she recorded it from the beginning to the end as well. So she deleted all those tweets quickly, but she also recorded the conversation, and she was the first one to post a screenshot of text messages. So what does that say? It wasn't a DM. That was an iPhone text message where she just posted Lotto's part. So what does that tell you? Is she not messy? Is she not to be trusted? Why are you posting messages if you had this conversation offline, right? So no, none of these girls are innocent, but the thing is Nicki has this thing where if you're not doing something for her or on her side, you're against her, which is fine. She could be that way because clearly now she has her 3 lapdogs doing a remix to It's Giving. Katie got banned, Akbar, and Malibu Lit. So girl, like, to me, it was all a plot and it's all a plan. And if you're not a lapdog, you're never going to get in with Nicki Minaj. And that's fine because guess what? These girls ain't handicapped. They can stand on their own. That's what the new generation of rap girls are giving. They're not handicapped. Like Glorilla said, they can stand on their own, honey. And that's all I have to say, friend.
I like that. I like what you said about the Cardi B piece because she probably was never. That was the only thing though. Like Nicki, you are making it seem like Lotto was just not waiting it out, but she probably was never going to get that feature because, girl, she set with Cardi B.
And that was at a big moment that they had a blowout, remember? And then all that happened. She felt, the same way she feels about Megan, she felt like, oh, those girls, they got their number one, their diamond, and they were doing female unity all in the video and blah, 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 blah. Because even after that, remember, she was attacking Kylie Jenner. And, you know, when she was talking about Stormy. Like, it was all like, it's like she's trying to get everybody who was in the WAP video. It's kind of weird. I'm waiting on what happens with Sukihana because I know she was in it too. And she kind of snubbed Rosalia.
Well, Sukihana really never took off like that.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. She's not signed. But I feel like every girl, and what you didn't mention was I thought was really, really weird. I just remember right now is how she knows when everyone's drop dates are.
Oh, right.
She's keeping tabs on everyone. That's scary. It's no shade.
Well, no,
That's
I know.
scary.
Well,
So
no,
that means
I don't think that's scary. I feel like everybody know when everybody's dropping. Everybody knows when everything is happening.
She's trying to plan. She's planning like to overshadow girls and drop the same days that they're doing how she has been, because those texts were from last year. So that means like, girl, you've been plotting, girl, since 2019, 2020 on how you're going to get these girls back. So, girl, you were never to be trusted yourself.
Well, that's what I said.
Real.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Well, let me
that's all
take some
I
more
have to
calls
say.
because we got some more super chats on here, child. We got some more, and I got to get through these calls. But I love you, Eva. Thank you for calling in, baby. We'll chat soon. Okay. Okay. Let me get into my call. Let me get some more of my calls, child. Because there's a lot of y'all on here. Oh, child, there's a lot of y'all on here. Okay. Let me get down to. Do we get 7063? Oh. Child, it's so many people on here. I can't even see all the calls. Just give me a moment. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel right now because we get into some things, child, and it goes down over here. 7063, you live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, so I don't know why Nicki Minaj is acting brand new. The industry, because when you talk about, oh, these rap girls coming up, they want to feature, and it's, you know, they're going to try to use Nicki. Yes, I do to side with Nicki because I'm not on either side. I'm like you. I don't have a dog in the fight either. But Nicki knows Nicki knows. Like the music industry, Holly weird. It's all fake. It's all fraudulent. The celebrities are going to be other celebrities' friends to benefit them. It's all about who's going to benefit who. So that they can get the clip. So these new girls coming in the music industry, they're going to want to, you know, do what they have to do, whether it's fake the funk until they, you know, until they get to that spot or whatever. They're going to do what they have to do. So yeah, I do agree. The Megans of the world, of the rap world, the Lottos or whoever, the Erica Banks of the world, they're going to say what they have to say, at least when it comes to Nicki, to get a feature and then to get that blow up. I do feel like, yes, Nicki, you need to protect yourself, but at the same time, you shouldn't be acting brand new like this is a surprise to you. I'm not in the industry like that, and I know. I'm not going to trust wholeheartedly. No one is ever truly your friend in this industry, especially when it comes on the female side, because on the female side, females get petty sometimes. So you know, that's the thing. Now, I definitely, with what Lotto did, yes, you are damn right I'm going to record you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I'm going to record you. First, please, Armon, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember first of all, I remember back when American Idol was still a thing. She was on, she was a guest, or she was a judge on American Idol. Her and in fact, I remember her doing a music video with Mariah Carey, that cute little music video they did together. And obviously she ended up on American Idol. She was a judge with Mariah Carey. They got into it. And I remember that was, I think I saw a video.
And that's probably why Nicki didn't want to get on that record. Why am I going to get on a Mariah Carey record?
Where she threatened to shoot Mariah Carey. If she had a gun, she'd shoot Mariah Carey. Okay, fine. Let's let that pass.
Okay, you going too far. I got to handle calls. Come on, wrap it up.
Well, okay, but anyway, the point is, she's complaining about, she needs to be focused on the Grammys, okay? She got into it with Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray, who's music royalty, got into it with his daughter on live TV on one of the MTV Music Awards. Do you not think the Grammys are going to have some effect on you? They're going to, the people behind the scenes are not going to do what they got to do to keep you out of the running, the loop? Of course. So you picking a random target of Lotto, to me that's just so out there and random. If you have an issue with the Grammys, keep it with the Grammys. I don't know why you're bringing Lotto into it. And Lotto should have never responded, for one thing. Lotto should have kept it pushing and paid it dust, just like you said, because this beefing and all this stuff is not helping in any way. Because yes, you're right. Nicki has a bigger fan base. Lotto's still trying to build up her fan base. So you don't want to kind of ruffle those kind of feathers. I feel like she should have paid it dust. She didn't even, I don't know why she took Nicki's call. She's going to take it, whether she called Nicki or Nicki called her, she shouldn't have been on that phone call anyway, because it wasn't getting through to Nicki. Nicki was just gaslighting you anyway. Talking about, oh, well, you, whether the art, because Lotto said, oh, you had that spot for a long time. I had that spot. Well, what about the other female artists? You need to do your research. Well, if she brought up other female artists, Nicki would still feel some kind of way. So it's almost like a lose-lose situation when you're dealing with Nicki either way. You bring up other. Yeah. So it was just like, I don't know why she wasted her time on that phone call with that type of person, knowing the type of person Nicki is. But it's a mess. I really wish it was just about really just for the music. These new girls, like some of these callers are saying, these new girls need to step on their own 10 toes down and make your music. Stop looking for a feature. And that's one thing you did say about Cardi. That's true. She wasn't here desperate for a feature. These new girls, if you really believe in your stuff, maybe they don't believe in their stuff. Because if you really believe in your artistry and in your work, you're not going to be begging instantly right out the gate for a feature from somebody else. You need to really build your own repertoire with your own talent, your own skills, and then maybe later on down the road that could be a thing for you. That's just all I wanted to say, though. I'm not taking either one side. I feel like a lot of people are wrong in this, and the bigger picture, the bigger issue is that the industry is it's about business. It's not about making friends. You can make friends outside of the industry. Anybody can do that. This is about making money and blowing up. So Nicki should know that.
Thank you, boo. Thanks for calling in. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, well, let's get to the next one. 8320, you're live on the air.
Hi, Armon.
Hey, what's going on? Ooh, child, it is festive today. Y'all are outside, okay?
Eva. Armon, so I think Nicki needs to decide, do you want to have friends or do you want to have colleagues? Is this business? Is this personal? So I use you as an example, because I'm not going to mention any names because I pay everybody dust. I only watch Armon Wiggins. But for other YouTubers and creators that are supposedly larger on this platform, you've shown them love, you've shown them respect, you have always publicly embraced them. But sometimes us as the fans, we catch something and maybe think, is this a subtweet? Is this an indirect? And you as a creator have to think, okay, how much love do I need to show you in order for you to feel like you don't need to subtweet me? I'm the new creator on the platform. But now it's not that you're a new creator, Armon. You're established. So now looking at it another way, They're smaller creators than you, and they're using your name as clickbait. They're reporting on you now, Armon. So at a business tactic, you can't be mad because that's what you're here on the platform to do. People are here to create. People are here to make a name for themselves. And sometimes you can't be mad that people are choosing your name, Armon Wiggins. You can't be like, oh, they don't really mess with me. They don't really like me. They just using me for the name. Yeah, of course they are, because you're Armon Wiggins. Just like Nicki Minaj is upset that people are using her for a feature. Of course I'm going to use you for a feature. I'm an entertainer as well. I'm not your friend. I'm not your homegirl. I don't break bread with you. I don't eat with you. So why?
But don't act like you.
people
But
get so
with
offended?
that being said, but just say. But don't act like you like me. You don't have to act like you
No, but
like
I
me
do.
to get what you
But
want.
I do. How can? That's not true, because I can like you but not trust you. As a woman, how many men have I loved but I don't trust him? So now I got to look at your phone. Now I got to search your DMs. That's the same thing with if I was your manager, Armon, and you're telling me, yo, I really like this person, I really want to collab, it doesn't matter. Get it on paper, get it on a phone call, get it on a contract. You can like somebody, but at the same time not trust them. You can like somebody and be aware of your reputation and their reputation and how they move. Look how that other creator was talking all this big stuff. Oh, yeah, I want you to come here. I want you to come here. I'm going to help you. And look how that ended up. All talk. But that doesn't mean that you didn't respect that creator. That didn't mean that you didn't like that creator, but you were aware how that person moved and you were careful with that. So I think that it's really weird for people to feel so offended when people are asking Nicki for a feature.
Okay,
That's my
thank
point.
you.
I feel like Nicki needs to make that establishment. Love you, Armon.
Love you for calling. Thanks for giving your input. All right, let's take another call. 4205. You're live on the air.
Hey, boo, how are you?
Girl, good. We outside today, child.
I see, right?
What's
Okay.
going on?
So, first of all, I feel like all of this, in a way, all the pandering that the girls do to Nicki is Nicki's fault because Nicki shows people how to treat her. I'm only going to bring her name up just a little bit to prove my point. Cardi B didn't have to pander because she put herself in a position to win. She started out, she had a solid start, so she didn't have to pander. The other girls didn't walk in like that. Nicki wants you to pander. Nicki wants you to ring kiss. And in this business, and I truly feel like this, there is no putting on. They don't have to like her. Even if they like her accolades, that's fine too. But they don't have to be friends or they don't have to talk nice about her. To me, in this music business, especially with a woman like Nicki, they are playing the game, and they playing the game of, I like you. But I like the way Lotto handled it because look at the girls who continuing to play that, I like Nicki, I'm standing behind her game. Where they going? Nowhere fast. I feel like it is appropriate to get in there, get what you can out of her, and move along because there are times where, though I feel like she's the greatest female rapper ever, and it ain't even arguable to me, her personality, the Onika part, is miserable, and it will sink an artist. So I think they should get what they need, get out, and bounce. And I think she should conduct her business that way, too. And I think when she first came in the industry, she dealt with more men. So I think she used to the way men do things, where you got to kiss and pander to their ego. But the way women do things is you get what you need and you move out the way. And I don't feel like Meg or Lotto or any of them that's doing that is nothing wrong with that. It's called business. And that's how I feel.
You know what? That's a good point. I mean, I'm here to hear I'm here to hear everyone's opinion, and I like what you said because it's like it's inevitable just because there's a track record with Nicki, and it's kind of like, girl, get in and get out. But my thing is, even if you're gonna do that, you can't be upset when I peep that that's your MO, and I don't fool and I curve you. Skirt. Oh, I see what you on. You thought you was gonna play me, but I'm onto it. I done been like she said, you don't get somewhere 15 years in the game and still be one of the most #1 trending female rappers with your being blindfolded with your hands tied and being delusional. This woman is obviously smart and obviously understands the game. And Nicki Minaj, just the way that she writes and forms her sentences, she's a very clever, witty, intelligent person. So she can smell BS. Now, does she always use it for good? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is she catches on to the, like, you can tell when a person is, I don't know. I just come from a different place. You could just tell when a person is using you. So it's just like, girl, I don't really rock with her. Now, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that she has been in so many different types of beefs, because all of the beefs are not the same. So it just accumulates, and it makes it like, girl, you're the problem. But in this situation with these little female rappers, the ones that are trying to come up, I wouldn't be messing with them either. Because the first thing they want is a feature. But girl, you don't really like me like that.
But
So
it's
like, you're not really cool.
But look at what she breathed. The ones that do come at her back like that, it's like the girl rappers that just want to feature can't go to her on business and business alone. They got to constantly ring kiss.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Business. They got to constantly ring kiss. And I agree with Latto. I would have recorded her too, because Nicki Minaj fan base is notorious for ignoring facts and just making it whatever it is. And you know firsthand from dealing with crazies, we ain't even got to say their name, because I watch the way you move. You only have public conversations with certain people for the exact same reason.
Yes.
Because you know a person will paint this whole narrative, especially if everybody already feels like you're a problematic person. You know people will paint that narrative, and you know them problematic people got other crazy problematic people that believe them. So I understand why Latto did that. It was very much so self-preservation. So I get the whole picture. I get how Nicki feel too, but I feel like Nicki needs to stop showing the girls how to treat her, because she makes the girls feel like they got to come in and constantly kiss, you know, her
and what you're saying is, girl, just let the girls come in and be able to come in as business without them having to do the extra, so then we don't have to get here. I like that.
That's it.
I like that.
So,
I got it.
All right, boo.
You too. Have a good day.
Okay.
I like that. That was good. Tamil Blondell says, girl, hush. Can we stop acting like Nicki isn't miserable and hate for the girls to give her competition? Nicki is very calculated and strategic. But anyways, yeah, your boy Mel is back. Oh, deposit your check. Okay. Clearly, deposit your check. We are going to deposit our check, but we got to get through these last couple of callers. It's a lot. Okay. I'm giving everybody 60 seconds. Okay. And we got to go, because I have another thing to do. 6670, you live on the air.
Oh, what's going on, Armon? Let me make my points quick then in this 60 seconds.
Okay.
To me, it's the same tired narrative. I don't know how we started with the conversation being about her song being moved from the rap category to the pop category, and then we end up with the female rappers not going to be black enough. Oh, the newer artists should be proud, but they don't really deserve it because they didn't have to work as hard as you. And it kind of morphs into this thing where I think me and you were having this conversation not too long ago. It's like, when are we going to move the conversation forward? Because now we back to, Nicki Minaj feels like she's not getting what she deserves. And I've said it once, I've said it a million times. You're not going to be the first to do everything. You're not going to be the only one out here making moves. No matter how good you think you is, no matter how good people tell you you are, you're just not going to be the first to do everything. And this is why I feel so bad for girls coming up like Cardi, Meg, and Latto, because their achievements get overshadowed by what Nicki doesn't have. It's always, well, if Meg got 4 Grammys, well, Nicki should have been got one. Well, if Cardi got 2, why Nicki don't have? Instead of the conversation being, you know what, Nicki is dope. She should have got her dues when this came out, when she made this move. We shouldn't have to tie anybody else's song, achievement, move into any of the conversations that have to do with Nicki, because she does not know how to handle it well. She didn't have to mention Big Energy, and she didn't have to say that and try to use these young girls to prove a point of, oh, I'm being mistreated. Oh, it's the energy. It's this negative energy being pushed towards me, because now it just seems like, girl, you feel like if it's not about you all the time, then it's a problem. I want to say, I just want to say real quick, and I'm going to get off the phone. Eva brought up some good points about choosing sides. As far as Latto being political, that's Nicki's game. That's why she wants everybody to choose a side. She's very political as well. Latto doesn't look like a lapdog completely by recording that conversation, but it's a good thing she did record the conversation, because that's playing it smart. Nicki is crying about being used. It's played out. That's something that everybody with fame attached to them has to worry about. It's not about Cardi B, but she was giving the girls work, and when they used that up, they switched on her. I'm not going into that. She's not the only person that's a victim to that. That's not a Nicki Minaj exclusive issue. It's a lose-lose situation if you don't say what Nicki wants you to say, because Lotto called out the sub. Nicki threw her way, and we all saw it. Armon, you clocked it first. I got to give you that too.
Yes, I did.
Painted it as Lotto being delusional. Yeah, but you see what Nicki did though yesterday on Twitter. She painted Lotto was being delusional. Oh, that wasn't about
That's
you.
why. Let's be very clear. That's why when hoes get on their platform and start subbing me, I'm not responding to it, because if these hoes don't say my name, you're not gonna get me and talking about you wasn't talking to me. You was talking about somebody on TikTok or Twitter. Girl, no, you talking to me, but you not. If you're not gonna say me directly, we're gonna keep playing stupid.
Exactly, and that's why I said Lotto kind of shot herself in the foot by just ascribing those subliminals, because they very well could have been about Lotto, but that's not how you play it. You have to understand that if you're going to be smart enough to record a phone call, that you want to be smart to realize that Nicki Minaj is subliminal for a reason. It's very calculated, so that when you turn around and say, oh, you was talking about me, she can twist that narrative, her and her bars, and say, well, you delusional. I don't know what you're talking about. I was not talking about you in any way, shape, or form. That's all on you. So that's what Lotto messed up at. I think Lotto carried it very professionally. I don't think she was rude to her. She didn't call Nicki out of her name. She didn't call her anything bad until Nicki escalated there by calling her a Karen and all these things, scratch off and all of these.
Okay, 5 more seconds. Scratch off was a cackle though. Now can we just for a minute and just be petty? Nicki's reads are the best. Like, girl, nobody reads like Nicki Minaj. Girl, I was over there mumbling, cackling. Scratch off, girl. I thought you was 35. Like that lady is so quick and witty with her mouth. It's fucking dangerous. But anyway, that's something different.
I gagged a little bit at that too. I did too. But you know what? But what it is I don't care what nobody say. Nicki Minaj got fufu account on Twitter. Them was all them stand Twitter drags, baby. She gets that from her bars. But either way, you know how to use it. So you know, I'm not gonna do too much. I ain't gonna do so. She did what she needs to do and gave what it needs to be gave. But what I'm saying is
it was a scratch off for me.
Poor girl, she didn't stand a chance with that one. But that's what I'm saying. She kind of walked into that though. I'm telling you, Nicki know how to. She gonna push that conversation. She's gonna embarrass you.
Nicki does definitely read. It's still shade.
Well, one last thing I'm gonna say, Armon, before I let you go is I'm glad that Lotto kept those tweets up, because that at least shows that she has somewhat of a backbone and she stands by what she say. So that's good on her. But I think moving forward, she needs to learn how to, if she's gonna clap back, she got to be a little bit more witty with it. But that's what I think about the situation. I will let you go.
Thank you. Okay, let me read some more from Tamel. He says, I was finna call in, but I need to catch the next live because I need more than 60 seconds to do my big one. I'm just here to show my bro Armon some love. I'll deposit these checks as the monkey has decided, and I'm going to hit the streets of Brooklyn. Congratulations. I'm glad you're feeling better. If it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Stop dropping hints because I ain't no detective. Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Period. Pull. Deposit your check. 8748, you live on the air.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Hi. I actually spent $10, so I deserve just a little bit more than 60 seconds.
Okay, come on.
Okay, so number one, I just wanted to address you are always on point. Even when I be thinking you reaching, you always.
That's what I'm saying. Like, give me my credit.
I gotta crown you. Like you the best at what you do. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Sometimes I be getting a little bit mad, but you the best at what you do. But I'm gonna just say this. I agree with a lot of what people are saying. The thing about it is Nicki Minaj has crossed so many people that people like Lotto right now is playing victim. She definitely knows what she's doing. If you ask me, people are not bringing up the fact that she wasn't talking about her with the TikTok sub or whatever. And then also in the recording, she said that Nicki Minaj said specifically, "You're not flourishing, and no one cares about your little song," and that was a lie. Like, you lied. So, I also feel like the fact that she recorded her, like, that's not okay. I don't care what anybody says. I'm only recording people that's like my ops. So she was waiting on the opportunity. I do feel like she feels some type of way that Nicki did not give her those features. And then also, I feel like Nicki Minaj is really, she's funny. She's very intelligent. She could have made her point about the Grammys without bringing Lotto in it. But I think what Nicki Minaj was trying to do was basically say, hey, you say you're on my level. You want to be held to my standard. So put her in a category
up against me.
So,
period.
Exactly. exactly my point. So I feel like that's where Nicki was coming from, but a lot of people aren't seeing that. It was some other things that Lotto said that just wasn't given. I don't think Lotto's ever going to be that girl, to be honest with you. I really feel like Lil Nas and Jack Harlow is going to take that Grammy. I feel like they needed to move Nicki out of the equation. I feel like they left Lotto because she's not on Nicki Minaj's level, and she's not going to get the Grammy. That's just my opinion. But that's all I had to say. I really appreciate your honest opinion, and this was a great show.
Thank you. You know, and every day everybody's not going to agree with me, but this is why we are able to have 8,000 people in the chat with only 150,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Because every day you guys might not agree, but I leave it an open space for us to have a dialogue. Some days I'm on, some days I'm off, but I feel like you guys should trust me enough to understand I know what I'm talking about just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Thank you for listening.
Like, you are on point. Have a good night.
Bye, boo. All right, we gotta come on. Okay, make it quick. 7807, you live on the air. 7807. Wow.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm doing good. Yeah, I definitely understood where Nicki was coming from in terms of the Grammys, but as the previous caller stated, I feel like she could have just stated what she wanted to say without bringing the girl into it. And I don't know, every time I think of Nicki Minaj, I always think of Beyonce because, I mean, in terms of fame, Nicki Minaj is on Beyonce's level, but when you think of Beyonce, she never interacts with the girls. Like, she literally just minds her business. If she wants to collab, she does that, and that's why I agree with a couple of callers back. Like, if Nicki just handled business the way business should be handled, it wouldn't even be an issue. I feel like she gives too much at the age and level that she's at, because it's like, girl, you put in all this work. You have literally nothing to prove to nobody. But we constantly see her in these arguments with these girls that are half her age. And I'm not a barb. I'm not none of that. I'm just speaking facts in terms of the way the world works. She just looks childish to me. And I feel like Nicki Minaj has nothing to prove. Who cares if you don't get a Grammy? You already said you don't care about the Grammys. You're rich. You're married. You have a child. You have everything you ever wanted. But you still come out on the internet all the time looking very unhappy with all this fame, all this money, all this success. It make you wonder, like, is the woman that's underneath the wigs and the makeup, is she really happy with herself? Because to me, she don't seem happy with herself. And that's all I have to say. Peace.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Tamel, you are making it rain today. He says, "Sis is cool. Nicki has been addressing Lotto a little too much to think she's not going to peak, because Miss Lotto Tickets has her responding to her, and she is coming direct. Oh, God, Armon, it's getting ghetto. LOL. Never mind. He answered. Okay, period. Thank you, boo. Where we at? We got some more. We got at least 5 more in here that we just got to get to. 6125. I feel like we talked to you, but we're gonna talk to you again. 6125. You live on the air.
Hello. You haven't talked to me yet.
Okay. What's going on?
First of all, why does Nicki did not need to bring up Big Energy, but she could have. But it's the same thing that happened with Lotto in the Jason Lee interview. She did not need to bring up Nicki. She could have said the industry, the record labels didn't believe that female rap was lucrative. But instead, she decided to say, because it was Nicki for so long. I don't know about you, but if I'm going to say in every other interview that someone is my idol, why would it make sense for me in the next breath to say that that person's success was the reason for me and all the other women in my circuit to feel inferior? How can Nicki's impact be associated with this girl's inspiration, but also be associated with her doubts and insecurities and inferiority? That was shade. So F that. So I don't care about that. Also, people are like, I'm glad Lotto recorded. You're glad she recorded? It didn't make her look good. I want to ask you a question, Armon. When you saw that tweet that Lotto said, you said these things on the phone, and then you woke up today and Lotto had posted a recorded conversation. I'm more than willing to bet you probably thought Nicki was going to be a lot more wild in that conversation.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit mad. It was no tea in there.
There was no tea. And I think that's important. Nicki was unfiltered. She did not know she was being recorded. That is a look at how Nicki Minaj speaks to people behind the scenes. I didn't find it to be all that bad. Two of the girls were arguing back and forth. But it's so funny that a woman that everyone says, oh, she doesn't care about females, she was the one trying to convince Lotto to give respect to the other girls who were doing their thing. And Lotto wasn't having it. You know, ask yourself this. Why was Lotto doubling down on her statements in that conversation? Once again,
because she knew she was recording it and was going to release it one day, in my opinion.
Exactly. And this is how you know when someone's a hater. Sometimes, okay, I understand. Sometimes when you get into a disagreement with someone, you're not going to concede because your point is so strong. But what strong point did Lotto have? You know, she said her statement. Her idol said, hey, I disagreed with these statements. You said that I was hogging the spot, but there were other girls. If my idol said that to me, I would say, wow, thank you for the education. I didn't mean to say that. Because what does it cost Lotto to retract those statements? It's just on the conversation with Nicki. But she doubled down on it. Why did she double down on something that comes to no cost for her? Because she wanted the negative narrative to stick. That's what it is. I'm tired of these girls. She's a bum. She's a bozo. I'm not going to sit up here and go to bat for these girls whose albums y'all don't stream, y'all don't buy. Nicki dragged that girl for filth.
Wow.
She dragged her for filth. And I was so happy to watch it. You were fake. And all these people, Nicki needs to mind her business. The broad was minding her business. But she was railroaded into working with the bird, and then she was railroaded into working with the horse. She didn't want to do any of that. So now y'all have learned y'all's lesson. Let the queen work with the men. Because as trash as they are with their personalities, they don't bring the drama. And she's the only female rapper that can hang with the men, that can body the men. So let the girls fight over the chips. That's what I had to say.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Today's just wow. 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 Okay, 712H, you're live on the air. Wow. Yes. How are you? It's just a lot going on.
Good. How are you?
Talk to me.
Okay. All right. I got notes, so it may seem like I'm all over the place. First,
Okay.
I want to say that Lotto, I feel that she is operating in a realm of ignorance. And I say that because I remember when she got the Mariah Carey, the fantasy, when she hopped on that, I say it's ignorance because she didn't understand how big that was, because I remember reading or seeing something about her saying that that wasn't Mariah's original song. And so as if to say like Mariah, I feel like she didn't understand who Mariah really is in just her weight. Like Mariah is the ultimate writer. And so much so I feel like it was ignorance because she had to come back around and what everyone is saying, kiss the ring. Like she had to kiss that Mariah ring, and that's what gave her all of this attention. And I think that she's going to be back around to kiss Nicki's ring. Also, let's see, make sure she's kissing the ring. Okay. It's one thing to be a talent, and that's what Lotto is. It's another thing to really understand the inner workings of the industry in a real way. And I feel like that's what that phone conversation was with Nicki on there. She was trying to say, or I feel like she was trying to convey is like the people around you, they really don't care about you because they would have had you to clean this up a bit. Even though I feel like she didn't mean anything malicious, but they would have had her to clean it up, and she didn't. Let's see. The phone conversation. Also, I want to say that several things can be true at the same time, and I think that social media has created a veil for the girls. They feel like all they have to do is get a following, garner a following, and that's it, because your
And
following,
then they get a Nicki feature.
Yes, and that's not it. It's about putting in the work, like really understanding your craft, like what's going on. And I think that social media has the girls fooled, like they've arrived and they haven't really arrived, and that's how it has turned into what people are saying, that the girls are tap dancing for Nicki. That's not it, but because social media has made it so easy for people to garner attention, a lot of the girls are trying to go out their way to show that, it's not just about the attention. So then it kind of translates to, they're tap dancing for Nicki, but they're trying to show and prove like they're in it for real.
Okay. Thank you so much, boo. Thanks for your notes, girl, and got it together. Love you. Bye. Wow, the queue is still going crazy. Okay, 6358, you're live on the air.
I made it through. Okay, so I wrote down a bunch of notes so I can kind of get my thoughts in order. So one, I'm not a fan of Lotto or Nicki, but I love both their work, and Nicki's obviously a legend. Lotto has been always, since she was 6 years old, even on that rap show, she constantly said that Nicki was one of her biggest inspirations. So, and she said it even during her tweets in those DMs as well, that you've always been my biggest inspiration. So, of course, getting a feature from you will be amazing, right? But let's not forget, Lotto has been doing her thing before that, too. Like, everybody wants to say that, oh, Lotto, she's been doing her thing, right? Also, Nicki, if you know the Grammys are going to be biased or use nepotism, don't submit your music. No one's putting a gun to your head and submitting your music. And you wonder, like, why are they being nepotistic about this? Because it's how they do you. And they do millions of big black artists this way, because if you're too powerful, they don't want you up there. Point blank here, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson had the same damn thing happen to them. Also, you have to remember, Nicki has receipts just like Lotto had her receipts. They both had receipts, right? Nicki even admitted herself that I had the full phone call recorded, just like Eva said earlier. Also, Nicki even threw an MLE Choppa into the mix when she was talking about people who want a feature but don't respect me. Mind you, MLE Choppa never really said that. It was his camp who reached out to Nicki via DM, and then MLE Choppa, he responded.
Yeah, but he jumped in and then was subtweeting in the middle of that. So that's why she said that. Like, we can't act like he didn't do no weird tweet about when he becomes an OG, he's never going to be a hater. That was weird. Why did you even tweet that in the midst of all that going on?
See, when I was up last night, when I was watching.
Here's the thing when it comes to that, and people keep saying I bring it back to me, but I guarantee you, and it almost never fails. That's like when it comes to the NLE Chopper stuff. Anybody that I be starting to see drag me on the internet or heavily dragging me in my comments, I go check the message. Girl, they've been a fan. They wanted me to mentor them. They wanted me to do this. They wanted me to promote their music. I didn't respond. So guess what? Now they're dragging me. So that's kind of what Nicki was saying with the NLE Chopper. I didn't give you a feature. So girl, now you doing subtweets and being shady. Now I'm old. That's what that was. People do that.
And that's right. And I also want to talk about that too. This whole Nicki's 4 years old. I know that's funny that people say that like that, but let's also talk about the fact that we don't do male artists that way. We don't talk about how Kanye's 50 years old and doing all this crazy stuff. Lil Wayne does, he's 50 years old. No one does that to the men. They always do it to women, right? Also, you can be immature or mature at any age, point blank, period. If you want to talk about immaturity, say that she's immature, not she's 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's where you want to go with that. Also, my last point is I think that Nicki always discounts these other artists, because she did the same thing to Coi Leray on Live. Coi Leray was talking about the issues that she has in the rap game, and Nicki was like, see, you never been through what I've been through, though. And it's like two things to be true, though. So I think that she wants other artists to struggle as much as she did. But when you're a trailblazer, you struggle so that the other ones that come after you do not have to. That's what being a trailblazer is. They don't have to kiss you behind. They don't have to do nothing. They just have to respect the fact that you blazed the trail for them. And many of these artists have. Some of them did it without being genuine, but some of them did it genuinely, And I don't think it's fair to put a gun to people's head and be like, respect me or get out of my face, or I'm not going to do a feature with you. Because they all of those artists do the same thing to each other. They know they're going to come up if they do a song with this person, that person, this person. Like Lil Baby, he's like partially on the song every time. So again, I don't think it's fair to sit here and think that Nicki is the same in every situation, because she's not, and she's also been the victim of situations as well. But Lotto held her own, and I'm really proud that she's the only woman that kind of came at her or had this little beef with her. Besides, I think Cardi did the same thing, that would actually ask her to ask them or actually respond to her, because they were all being indirect.
Thank you.
And also, last point. Get off
No,
Twitter.
we gotta go. We gotta go. Thank you so much. Okay, 7203. Let's go. Last one. Let's wrap it up. Hey.
Okay, hello. Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm calling. Okay, I'm trying to make this quick because I got to get back to work too. But Armon, when I say I am tired of Nicki, I am like beyond tired. And do you not understand? I was a diehard Barb. Like, I bullied Safari. I got blocked by Meek Mill's sister on Instagram. K. Michelle blocked me. Like, I'm still blocked by them to this day because of how much of a diehard Barb I was. But I am tired of her, Armon. She's giving old and bitter. It's like, why do you keep getting into it with these young girls? Why? You don't mess with Megan no more. You got into it with Cardi. Doja Cat is on the outs. Now you're beefing with Lotto. Did you see she called Megan Clubfoot?
Bigfoot is what she said. It was Bigfoot. Bigfoot is what it was.
Bigfoot. Yeah, like, that was crazy. Like, it's just like, I really want her to, like, understand that you don't have to keep pushing this narrative that you're the queen and everybody beneath you. You know, people can't sell as much as you. A queen knows she's a queen. You understand? She doesn't have to go around and tell you that she's a queen. She just lives in her essence of queenliness, right? So it's just like, I don't know. It's like I'm just getting really tired of her, and I kind of want her era to be over.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's just like, because she's dragging it and she's making it so negative, and it's just like, Nicki, just drop the music. You know you and the Grammys have never had a very positive, reputable relationship, right? They've overlooked you. They've snubbed you on numerous occasions. It's just like, was this really that? Like, did it really have to go that deep? And then she was calling Mulatto a Karen, and I don't know, like, you know, like, it was just a lot. Like, it did not reflect good on her character either. Like, and like the last caller, I'm actually glad that Mulatto did stand up for herself. Whether y'all want to be like, oh, she was reaching or not, da-da-da-da-da, at the end of the day, she did text Nicki in DMs, right? Or she did text or whatever, and they were trying to have a private conversation. Mulatto said, you know, I guess you could say she tried to play victim in the public, whatever. But then Nicki went on a straight attack. And, you know, you even after watching your past few videos, you've even noticed that Nicki has been subbing Mulatto like crazy, right? So it's just like, it's giving old and bitter. It's like, it's time to hang it up. Like, you don't see Beyonce out here arguing with Summer Walker, Queen Aja, none of that. She knows she got, if Beyonce drops the R&B album tomorrow, she knows she got the game on lock. She don't have to argue with nobody about sales. She's not doing that. She's not arguing with nobody about a Grammy, because she solidified who she is. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm getting tired of Nicki. I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
All right. Thank you, boo. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Bye. Okay, girl. Eva, I'm bringing you back one more time. Make it quick. What you got? You got some new tea for me, baby? What's the tea?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. So, I needed to bust through with some quick tea. So while everybody's talking about it, and this girl just mentioned Megan, her house in L.A. was broken into, and they stole about $300,000 to $400,000 dollars worth of items.
Wow. So we'll have to get into
crazy.
that later.
But let me just say one more thing, because, you let Miss Mamas up, and, she really tried it with the girls. And when you try it with the girls, I'm not going to say nothing ghetto, but I am going to say this. She went on that live, and she was holding tears back, and she was asking why nobody was speaking up. Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to say this. You went on that live, and you were asking why people were not speaking up for you, about the Grammy situation and how they're doing you, how none of the girls were speaking up for you, but they asked for a feature. When did you speak up for Lil' Kim when they were doing Kim wrong in the industry? I want you to think about that, Nicki Minaj. And I know that around this time, these holiday times, especially Halloween, you got to be inside with the lights cut off, and the only people you can answer to when the kids are trick-or-treating is the police. So that's nobody's fault but yours. Bye, y'all.
Okay. Wow. All right, we're done here. This has been a 2-hour show. If you guys didn't make it through, you guys know this has been a 2.5-hour show. Wow. But the super chats were flowing. The conversation was heavy, and the girls were filling away. Yes. So if you didn't make it through, you guys can always make it through on the next show. We will be back on StationHead tomorrow. All right. Make sure you guys all get in here. And thanks to everybody who has deposited their check. Okay. We live for a good deposit of the check. I love each and every one of you guys. And we will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Give me the money, the cars, the Fendi, the Gucci, the Prada, yes, I know. Make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe right now and follow me on Spotify. Okay. Yes. I'm going to post the link in here. So just click the link if you have a Spotify account and follow the account, stream the song, please, and thank you. I love you all. Bye. Doing circles like vinyls. Broke niggas stand to the side though. Only rich niggas knocking at my door. You wanna get with me? I need a shopping spree. That black card energy. That's that big flex for me. You wanna get with me? I need a shopping spree. That black card energy. That's that big flex for me. Deposit your